off for this and everything. This day cost like $400.
Should I?
Fucking mothers. Let's do this. Let's see. Here we go. Come on.
You didn't see it. Did he? No.
After watching.
I put the cops are watching.
Oh man, come on, YouTube. So
But how far are you from Will?
hour and a half, 2 hours, give or take.
Yeah, I think once this COVID shit like calms down, I'm gonna shoot up there for a week.
Yeah, you come on up, check out the facilities. I mean, there's a lot of amazing breeders up here within a good 2, 3, 4 hour drive. You can pretty much hit everybody. Guys out in London, you know, you got.
Is it working, guys?
You might have to restart the whole thing.
No, I think we're good. I mean,
Hey, it's working.
so far so good. Hey, it's working. So we'll see.
Until Chad gets here.
Now I'm gonna get in trouble at work for that whole weed conversation.
What weed conversation?
Yeah. Deny.
So hopefully this, so far so good. We'll try this. Working great. Thanks, Mariah. Dawn from Pear Tree. Looks like it's working. Marvelballsuk. Kayla, welcome to the club. She says, I can see now. It's working. Looks good. From Connecticut. Thanks, Jennifer.
It says starting soon, just before this.
Yeah, no buffering so far. So
Look at that rhyme over there.
what's that?
Eat a dick, Chadwick.
Wow. So no buffering. Looks like it's good. Better
I see
now,
starting
guys.
soon.
Okay, so here we go. We'll wait for a few more people to get in. And I don't know, round 2. So yeah, it's coming much better. Okay, good. So we did, salvage it, but
You can eat it up. Okay.
so much better. Good. Okay, so if anybody missed it, might as well start all over. Ready? Well, not all over, but
Just start with the intro again.
I'm not going to start with the intro again.
Happy
working?
Monday.
So it looks good. So we'll start. First of all, Blue Line Morphs. Obviously, you've taken the name, and I see a shield and a snake wrapped around it, and Blue Line
I think
Morphs.
it's a badge, not a
Oh,
shield.
we're just starting over.
A
completely.
badge, shield. I mean, they call it shield, right? Like, let me see
no.
your shield.
It's a shield, yeah. Badge. Boy Scouts have badges, bro.
There you go. See?
Same.
See that? I know something that you don't know. Wow. You know that they can smoke weed 12 hours before a shift, but I know that's not a badge.
That's Canada.
That's
not,
Canada, yeah. I don't know how he'd even know that, but anyways.
He's looking for careers and
Yeah, so the shield, you know what I mean?
the shield, yes.
Yeah,
the
so,
shield.
and the reason for that is because you're a police officer in NYPD, for NYPD, which is pretty cool.
Well, it started off as Baker's balls, but I was like, it's a little too much, so
Baker's ball.
it became Blue Line Morphs, which unfortunately, anything I say on this channel is not reflective of the department I work for. Okay, let's just put that out there now. So, unfortunately, my initials are BLM. I wanted to change it to maybe Blue Line Exotics, but Blue Line Morphs would stay for now.
Oh, yeah, BLM, right, Black Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. Yeah, I see that now. It's controversial if you take out the rest of the words.
Yeah, I got enough shit for that at work already, so.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. Why don't you just call it Blue Balls Baker? Hey, there's a great one.
Blue ball, yeah.
Blue Balls Baker.
Baker's Blue Balls.
Baker's Blue Balls. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Mutation Creation Team helping fucking coming up with some memorable, names for businesses.
Yeah, Baker's Blue Balls. That'll work. Just scrap all that behind me.
Oh, no.
I'd hate to see the logo.
Do you see the logo? You see what type of snake it is?
Yeah.
Oh, and his eyes are like blue and red.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Cool. I didn't
almost-
look at you. Yeah. I didn't even notice that, the blue and red eye.
Yeah,
That's
that was
pretty
my
cool.
idea. Thanks, guys.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
It is neat.
Yeah, it's a clown pied.
Nice.
What do you
That
mean
was
it's
a
a
snake.
clown pied?
No, the white's behind him.
At the bottom, it's a pied.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I'm looking at the front. I'm looking at the top near the head. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, there you go.
I mean, it's supposed to be a clown pied.
Looks
we
like
gave it
it.
the old college try, I guess.
No, it looks good.
Yeah.
But it looks like looks like the chat's good. We're good, so we can continue on.
Good now?
We saved it.
Nice.
Awesome. So one thing I've noticed is you put a lot of work in, dude. You're grinding. I mean, you have since I found out about you. Your Instagram. I mean, you can see that. That's what you just 10,000 a few weeks ago. We gave you a shout out.
Yeah, you did. I was actually processing the rest when I saw that, and I was like stoked. Somebody messaged me on Instagram. I was like, "Oh, Billy just gave you a shout out," and I had to go back and find it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, YouTube thing. It started off. I was posting every single day, trying to get video every day. It just got too much. And then I actually, I got Corona back in April, and I shut down for like 3 weeks. I came back to 4 days a week, and I recently came to 3 days a week. So I try to put out as much content as I can. Like, I kind of use my YouTube channel not so much as more like just another platform. In other words, I just try to document everything that's going on. Sometimes it's like a vlog. Sometimes it's like, hey, I'm doing this today. Like, I'm trying to figure this shit out. And it's just like, because honestly, when I first decided I was gonna breed ball pythons, like between seeing like your channel or like Justin's channel or like Miguel's channel, like I looked at those channels and you guys have all these mass amounts of animals, and I was like, what about I wasn't able to find any small channels. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should start my own channel and just kind of document from start, the very beginning of everything, and just kind of document it through like the journey and everything else. As I learn, try to help other people learn.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is one thing, our channel, we sort of have been doing this a long time. Not sort of, we have been doing it a long time. And even, Elion now, this is his third year with balls, or it'll be his third season. This is your second, Austin's is sixth or seventh. And mine, like I said, I've been around them and trying to breed for, 19 I started. I've been breeding now. This will be my 17th year, actually producing animals. So, people see my place and they're like, oh my God, like, look at this guy. And wow. And they can't really relate to us. I want to be like that one day. I can inspire people. But a lot of times too, they look and they're overwhelmed and they're like, wow, like, they can't really comprehend because I'm so far, from where they started. But you know what I mean? Like you're a second year in, and people can relate, going, "Hey, you know what? I just got my first rack, like when you got yours, and or they're behind like 6 months, so it's not like, oh, look at this guy." Like when people get started and they come in and they're like, see Justin, or me, or some of the other big breeders, and they're like, "Oh my God, I got 4 snakes and I'm so happy. Look at these guys. This is nuts."
Yeah.
It's a bit overwhelming.
I make no qualms about it. Like, I'm the first one to tell you, like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, my first initial instinct is to take care of the animals as best I can. Obviously, I want to breed. Obviously, I want to turn this into something. But that was the very premise of why I started everything. Instagram and YouTube, anything else. It's like, listen, I'm new. I'm a novice. This is what, I'm a cop. This is what I do for a living. These are my snakes. Let's get this shit going together. And that's essentially what I did. So, like, when I mess up, like the other day, I did the video on my snake dying. I called you, or you had you call me, or whatever, and I put it all out there, man. Like, if I screw up, I'm gonna tell you I messed up, because I don't want you messing up. If I fuck up and I lose an animal, I want to tell you, listen, I did this. Don't do this. That way you save your animal. At the same time, I pride myself in just being transparent, because listen, if you got a bad memory like I do with concussions from football, lacrosse, and everything else, like, you don't have to remember anything. So if you're just honest about shit, that's it. You're good to go,
Yeah, and I mean, it's a different approach. And the thing is like, even when we do things live, it's so much easier for me. If I screw up, that's okay, because I screw up, in normal, not in normal,
You just screwed up now.
Yeah, see? I'm always screwing up. But
all my videos, there's zero editing. One, I don't know how to edit. I'm not good with technology at all. But secondly, it's just, if I screw up or I stumble, I just make fun of myself. I keep it moving and I post it. It is what it is. Like,
yeah. And I mean, it's a lot easier to do it that way. I mean, I know that back in the day,
easier.
We tried to do some, proper editing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that was crazy.
Yeah. To say the opening sentence or the opening paragraph, it would be like cut 60. And I'm like, oh my God.
It's
now
like, my name is Austin. It's like, oh, no, you're Billy.
Yeah. It was, things that go in my mind, because I'm always racing. I'm hyper. So I'm always trying to think ahead. And, even when I read, I sort of read and try to, read too fast. And it's frustrating for me. And it was so hard when I can just say, turn the camera on. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, sorry. I made a mistake. This and that. And it's so much easier. And I don't have to worry about it. And, Imagine if you had to edit, he wouldn't be here. You wouldn't even know who Lord Elion is because he'd still be editing my very first video.
Yeah.
I
was like 20
I feel
takes.
like that's genuine too, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we breed ball pythons. Like, listen, if you want to have a channel or you want to put your stuff out there where you're good, if you're good at editing, by all means, show off your shit, right? And you can turn it into little movies. But at the end of the day, like, just having something very raw and genuine is really nice because people can relate to that. Like, again, at the end of the day, we breed snakes. Like, we're not, you're not a celebrity, you're not anything else. Like, we breed ball python. That's what we do.
And that's it. And we want to, document this and this happens. And that's the thing. I mean, one thing about my channel is, hey, guess what? We're not sitting there cleaning the poop out of the corner or, we do what we do. And if it's there, hey, guess what? If you guys know or have animals yourself, you know that if you go down in your rack right now and you have 30 animals, there's going to be 10 that are dirty or water, something in the water dish or it's spilt or they just had a shed and some of it's stuck or they pooed or it's just natural. So, having this, fake YouTube stuff where everybody's like, well, how come my snakes don't act like those guys?
Right.
Well, ours do act like yours. We're just not showing you that it does. And I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to do it this way. And I think the natural approach, more people know what we're doing. I mean, it's not, secret that, oh my God, like this is how you keep them so perfect that they never poop. It's not like that. So just be real and raw. And I mean, I think
they're snakes, right? They shed, they shit, and they piss.
Well, you'd hope so because they're good signs. When I see that happening, I'm happy that that's happening.
It's sort of, I guess, the same thing. Like I see it now. Like people are like kind of censoring the live feeding, which I get it.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's like that's what they eat, right? Like you don't have to apologize for them eating live food.
Yeah, but some people, I mean, nowadays it's you got to watch what you say, how you do things, and everybody's gonna be sensitive to something. And
I did a live feed video. I don't like doing them. People like them, and to grow my channel, I do them once in a while. And it's what it is. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you this: I buy my rats from South, from Royalhighnesspythons. It hooks me up big time. He's got a sick little rat breeding facility. But I breed a few of my own. I have this rule: if I have a rat, I put him in 3 different tubs with 3 different weeks of consecutive feeding, and he makes it, and the rat survives. That's it. It's over. He's either getting let go in the woods, or I'm going to keep him as a pet. Like if you did 3 rounds with the devil, that's it for me. Like you're.
Now you're frozen.
Good. So
there you go.
I have a lot of respect for rats. Like they're. Am I good?
You're good now.
Good.
Yeah.
Am I good? The rats they're wicked smart, man. Like they're cool as shit. And I did a live feed video the other day, and unfortunately, one was trying to bite my snake. So my approach is to grab like its neck by the tongs, kind of like snap its neck a little bit. I filmed that. I posted it because at the end of the day, that's what we have to do as breeders. If you feed live, like you're gonna have to like protect your snakes a little bit. And it's not the disrespect to the rat or disrespect to any living creature, but it kind of is what it is. You know what I mean? So like I filmed it, I put it on there. I didn't catch much slack for it. Doesn't mean I don't feel bad for it, but it's just kind of part of keeping ball pythons.
Yeah, and I mean that's another thing is there's certain things that people want to know, but we can't tell them on a live platform, and and people just don't understand because they're not in our position or understand what we're doing or what we're trying to do, and they just see one thing and they take it so negatively. But the reason why we do it is because of this, like, oh, don't do that, but let the snake die. So don't snap the rat's neck that is chewing the snake, but let the fucking snake die. Okay, well then the rat people are going to be happy and the snake people are going to be upset, vice versa. Like you can't win no matter what you do. Guess what? This is what we do. This is what I do. You don't like it, don't fucking watch. Exactly. That's simple.
Well, at the same time, people complaining about that same guy that goes and they go to the pizzeria and they order a veal cutlet parm. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, come on now. Enough's enough. Like, I get it. Like, nobody's torturing animals. Like, Darwinism is what it is. They eat rats. You know what I mean? If you're watching a ball python channel, you're keeping snakes. They eat rats. They don't eat carrots. Like, it kind of is what it is. You have to accept, right? I mean, am I wrong? You have to accept that.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that I truly believe that. And it's like, let them get a snake and let them try feeding it everything else but a rat and see how well that goes.
Yeah. Throw a fucking carrot in your tub. Let me know what happens to you.
We got a super chat from Joshua.
Right.
It's
always right, that guy,
Yeah, well, sometimes he's left.
He's never wrong.
No, he's never wrong, but sometimes he's left. You know what? Oh, he's not here anymore. Josh Wright left.
Oh,
Josh Wright left. He's gone.
Yeah.
Josh Wright left. You get it?
I get it.
Okay, good. Anyways,
Anyway,
Hashtag Team Austin.
hashtag Team Austin. And there's another one here. Mr. Empire States Exotics.
that's Joe, man. That's
Yeah.
my buddy.
Yeah, I talked to Joe actually 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. 2 or 3.
Joe is probably, he's super eccentric, but he's the most like genuine good person I've met. He's just one of those guys where like, if he senses you're a good person, he'll give you everything he fucking can. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
no,
thinks
he is
you're a dick,
awesome.
yeah, you walk into Joe's house, bro. He's got like 6 dogs he had rescued. You know what I mean? Like they're all well kept. He's got a ridiculous collection. Joe's just a good fucking dude.
Yeah. When we talked the first time and, I looked over some of the animals he had in his collection, I'm just like, okay,
Bro.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Like 5
Yeah.
Batman females and combos and okay. I'm like, whoa, dude. Like, wow, man. I love it because, it's like, man, I mean, I'm looking at him like, I wish I had some more of those. And like,
Bro,
it's so amazing because he's new and what he's doing and how he's building his collection, it's strong. And
Yeah.
not everybody can do that. And I think
Strong. Bro,
Oh,
I
wow.
filmed I filmed like a 2-part video at his house, his collection. I went home and looked at my collection. I was like, "Fuck this thing, man."
I'm giving up. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was like, the good thing is, listen, we've all encountered people, whether it's ball pythons, whatever else, where like they're really good at what they do, but they're kind of assholes. The good thing about Joe is like he's got a ridiculous collection. He's got all the right mindset. All he wants to do is help people and just a good dude in general. So like, you just want that guy to succeed. And yeah, his collection is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
everything that everybody.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
everything that everybody wants, he has. I mean,
Yep.
it's just that simple.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys. I mean, like, insane clown pythons.
Yep.
I mean, the stuff that he's grabbing, like, yeah, I'll take the Desert Ghost clown.
Pet pied.
Does he have one of those?
I don't know.
Oh, but I know he
Sounds
has.
like he probably
He has
does.
Desert Ghost clown stuff from Levant and like, what else you got? Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, that's not for sale. Yeah, sure it is. I'll take it. And just buying the right craziest stuff.
I
And
mean, I sold my soul to the devil for the last like 18 months. Like once I had a conversation with you. We went. I don't know if you remember. You were on vacation with your wife, and I went live with Rob Rob from Racer Reptile before he moved in.
Yep.
And you had jumped in, and you went live with me in like fucking Mexico or something.
no, I was in
You mean-
Colombia.
Yeah. You made a comment to me. And I was like, listen, I'll never be your size, blah, blah, blah. You're like, no, fuck it. Like, just do it. And I was like, hey, right, bro. I was selling Jeeps. I was selling quads. I was like, I sold everything I could and just started buying all the shit that I wanted. And it was just like, I literally sold my soul to the devil here for my collection. But for me, it's well worth it.
Yeah, and the thing is, if people think that you cannot be my size, sure you can. You just got to work for it. You got to sacrifice stuff. You got to invest. You got to hold back. You got to grow your business. You got to have sales. You've got to. It's not easy. I mean, even being my size right now, there's so many things that's like, how do we do this? Like Catherine's part of the team now. It's like, hey, we need to do this, and she's doing stuff behind the scenes, and it's like, are we there yet? No, I might be able to get it done by the weekend. I'm like, not ready yet. Like, it takes so long and doing things right. And we get one aspect done and then we're failing at something else. And then we try to do that. And it's not easy. It's not just buy snakes, breed them, feed them, and produce animals. You got to
You gotta be
sell.
all in. You got to be all in.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
listen,
so
like,
much.
At the end of the day, I have a solid career, right? I'm a New York City detective. I was delivering for Uber Eats. Like, I was picking up fucking McDonald's for guys that like Austin that were stoned somewhere. I was dropping off like Big Macs for people. And like, why? Because that extra money. Like, I bought an orange dream, yellow belly, pastel fire leopard pied male from Ozzy Boyd because I fucking delivered for Uber Eats. Like I sacrificed to pride. I delivered pizza in college and high school. That's what I did. And like, I have my own house and cars and blah blah blah, and a career and whatever. And I was like, you know what? I can make extra money doing Uber Eats. So on the weekends, that's what I was doing to make shit happen.
See, that's sick, man. I mean, you know what? Yeah, that like I didn't even know that, but you know how you're grinding with your videos, putting them out, and I looked, you got like 180 some odd, and it's only been what 11 months that you started.
It'll be a year on Valentine's Day. I'll tell you that.
187. There's 52 weeks in a year, and not even a year is up, and you've already got 187 videos. That's grinding. You know,
you just gotta do it. I mean, there's times, bro, where I'm making videos and I'll make comments in the videos and I'm like, listen, it's 2:00 in the morning. I just got done arresting, processing 4 arrests. I'm fucking exhausted. So here's my video. Enjoy, and I post it like it is what it is,
No, but I mean, it's going to get you. I mean, obviously, you look at your very first videos, you probably used your phone.
I still use my.
Oh, do you? Okay, but you can see, how the background's different. You can see where you are now compared to your very first couple videos.
You probably
my
also
first video is me sitting on my couch. I have a sea serpent rack behind me, right? I have like a little bullshit like canvas painting behind me. I have 7 snakes, and somehow it went to me in like one of the spare bedroom. I have this banner, like an ARS rack, an incubator. I got a tortoise doing laps in the corner,
In the pool.
And it progressed so quickly, dude. And it's just I love it. I love every fucking second of it. So.
And I love, you know what I mean? It's funny because you say how you're doing this, for documentation. You can go back, anybody can go and say, hey, look at this first video, and you can see how more comfortable you feel. You can see how, wow, look in 1 year where you were and where you started on your damn couch with some, thing in the background and 7 snakes to where you are now. And it's been a year. And all the mistakes that you've made, you're never going to make them again. You've already fixed the incubator issue. So, there's going to be more problems that are going to hit you in the face. But, you're correcting the ones.
Season, my first, sorry to interrupt. First season, dude, it's just been a fuck. Listen, I found a good niche, man. I got Mike from Redline Pythons, Mike from Porter Pythons, Rob from Racer. I got Anthony from Reptile Creations, you, Ozzy. Like, I found a solid niche to talk to people, but I feel like I faced so much adversity in the first season. Between hard belly, a bad clutch, the snake dying, a couple of days ago. And, a lot of it sucked. But unfortunately, it's taught me a lot about maybe if your snake starts wheezing, I'm hitting with Patreon. Incubator, buy a good incubator, stuff like that. So although a lot of things have been detrimental to progress, at the same time, it's taught me a lot. So I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't learn experience. You can't. Yeah. And, and here's the thing. I've been doing this for so long. I get a shipment of frozen snakes. None of us really knew what the fuck to do. Here, take it, warm it up, put it in the incubator. Oh no, maybe it might be too fast. Like, we didn't know.
And that was a live unboxing too.
Yeah, it was a live unboxing. So
grab the camera.
I felt so bad for you, bro.
It was crazy.
I wanted to kill those people.
But the thing is we had no experience, and I'm sort of glad I didn't have any experience before, because I wouldn't have wanted to go through that again. Yeah. And I hope I never have to go through.
Who's gonna have the balls to post that? Who's going to have the balls to be like, hey, listen, these fucking snakes are frozen. What do we do?
But you know what? The fact that I actually posted it basically probably saved those. But not only them, it probably saved those animals, because if I didn't do it, I would have cut it. Shove them in the incubator, left them, and I probably would have cooked them or sped them up or warmed them up way too fast. Yeah. Because I did that, I had people message me, send comments on YouTube. I had Will Morose call me as well and say, hey, this happened with something else, or I've heard this. His dad is a vet as well. So, people reached out and said, hey, do this. Make sure you don't do this. And okay, so I took them out of the incubator. I left them in in a tub in the room. So they were 83, 84. And then the next day I put them in a tub. So I've learned because of that experience, because of me posting. And other people can see it and go, wow. So now if it happens, I'm not going to panic. Okay, guess what? Oh my God, this is so sad. Like, let's warm them up slowly. I know what to do. But I know what to do because I shared it with the world, and I had no idea what I was doing. And people were like, no, take it out of the incubator. You know what? If I didn't post it, I would have, hey guys, sorry. I just bought a bunch of snakes. I did an unboxing. They were frozen. I put them in the incubator. Now they're all dead. Guess what? If you didn't put them in the incubator, they probably could have made it. And I'm like, what? So I'm glad I did it because I learned, and I guess now I can share that information, and other people have seen when we did the update. Like, I can't believe that these frozen snakes with no life in them are actually moving, eating, no neurological issues. It's crazy. I wouldn't believe it if I didn't experience it.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny is, again, when Rob, when the pandemic was at its height, bro, in April, he took off from Florida. He rented a U-Haul, put this ARS rack in his fucking U-Haul, came up to my house, okay, and brought all this shit in. Now, a couple of the snakes, I guess some of the tubs had opened up, and his raven had gotten out. And that thing was frozen, bro. I mean, it was lethargic. It was shot. It was like as bad as you can get. I threw it in with my sea serpent rack, and I kind of raised the thing from the dead. Like these animals, man. I tell you, the ups
crazy.
and downs they have. I can't believe they survived. Never like your animals and his animal. That just shows you like how great this ball python.
Yeah. You know. So back to Joe. He's you know, what's good? What's goose? What's goose, y'all?
What goes, yo?
Oh, what
Joe?
goes? Sorry. See? That's why you need to read them. And then he's like, I made it, Baker.
Yeah. Well, I love Joe to death. He texted me probably, I was at 11 o'clock. He texted me before the live, so I'm going to forget. I'm like, all right, Joe, no problem, bud. I got you.
Okay, so here we have, go ahead, Kayla from Marvelballsuk.
I want to thank Billy for getting me into the hobby. I couldn't be happier. Thank you for all the advice you give to us all. You are amazing.
Oh, thanks. I mean, it's such an amazing hobby. You know, even if you don't want to get into the business side, it's just an amazing hobby. I mean, they're awesome animals. They're great. The people now. I mean, there's so much to get into this hobby / business now because the community, the friendships, the learning, the stuff, the podcast, the you know, there's so many people collabing. And I mean, the industry is just getting bigger and better, and so much more to come. And I'm glad I can, you know, be out there and just be me and inspire people to do what I love, or you know, at least to open their eyes up. I know there's so many people on my channel. It's like, hey, Billy, you know, good for you. I'll never own a snake, but I love to see you guys and the way we work together as a team and the way we learn. And you know, they're learning about stuff that they would never want. And it's amazing. I mean, I think that's great. And you'll get people like that too, that, you know, they can relate to you, or, you know, somebody, you know, was starting a collection and they're like, oh, and they follow you and, oh, I made that mistake, or, hey, I got one of those. And people can relate to people, but you got to get yourself out there. You know, people who don't post stuff on Instagram, how are people going to know what you have and what you're about if you're not showing them? Like, they can't guess. Oh, yeah, I see him at a snake show. He spends a lot of money. He's probably got this and this and that. Well, why should people guess? Show them. Like, why are you afraid to show them your, you know, yeah, you know what? Nobody starts. I didn't start with professional racking, you know. Obviously, you didn't also. You know, some people still don't have, you don't have professional racking yet, but yeah, but you're starting. You just switched over this year.
Yeah, I picked up ARS and Freedom Breeder.
Right. So, you know, an OCD nightmare. I couldn't see, well, in one room, but I have 2 different rooms.
I got a good deal on it, so
yes.
I'm going to maybe switch over, see which one I like more.
But no, thank you, Kayla, and congratulations once again. We're going to give you another shout-out, too. Just, you know, Kayla shout-out day. But no, I mean, it's amazing how, you know, 10 eggs are first clutch. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But thank you very much for the love. Here's another one we've got. Where is it? There's so many. Andrew, go ahead.
Shout out to Baker for your hustle and drive. Crazy how you're able to do it all, such on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and that is one thing. You're consistent.
Well, you know what's funny is I've always been the type of person, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it, right? But whether it's like mixed martial arts, or it's powerlifting, or police work, or snakes, like, you just make a decision and either you're all in or you're not. And yeah, listen, it sucks. Like, I'm tired a lot, but at the same time, I like doing it. Like, there's nothing better than like executing a search warrant, someone fucking spitting in your face, being a complete degenerate to you, and then you come home and I walk in this room and it's hot, it's sweaty, it's humid, but I check in all my snakes and I fucking look at my computer and it's just like, you know what? This is cool. I mean, this little weird hobby business, like, it kind of calms you down. It's like, it's my man cave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean,
yeah.
It's funny because I used to watch, you know, I'm a huge, you know, sports fan. I love my Maple Leafs. And I'd go down there and just spend the time, instead of on the nice, comfy sofa, I'd be sitting in my, you know, too hot snake room, cleaning and stuff, with a big TV on the wall, watching sports, when most people would be chilling on their couch, relaxing. But nope, most people do what we do, and it's our man cave now, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, dude, like, I love it. This has become such an intricate part of my life now. Like, this is all I do. I go to work and my girlfriend gets furious with me. I'll be on my phone and like, I'll have like the phone hooked up to like my car, and like it'll have like you can see the text messages and shit. It's like, who's texting me? Like, I'd rather tell a girl's texting me. Meanwhile, it's like Rob from Ace of Reptiles, Porter, or Sal. It's like all snake people. I'm like, no, I'm cheating on you. It's not snake people again, I promise.
Yeah.
Here's a question right now. This is from Modern Exotics. Amber, go ahead.
What are your thoughts facing the proposed shipping ban in New York? Since almost all bridges depend on shipping, how do you see it changing if passed?
Well, I don't think it's going to pass. I don't think it's going to pass. If it does, whether there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Now, if you're in Western New York or you're fucking all near Canada, easy, real simple. Drive across the Vermont border. There is not a cop telling you this right now, but listen, it's really simple. Either, like for me, if I was a cop and if I was a breeder on Long Island, I would either drive to Jersey, which is an hour and 45 minutes. I would take the ferry over to Connecticut. If I was in Western New York, I'd shoot over to one of the states. If I was in Northern New York, I'd go to Vermont, okay? If there's a will, there's a way. I don't think it's going to get passed. If it does get passed, you figure your shit out. You don't give up on your hobby. You don't give up on your
Correct.
clutches.
U.S. ARC is basically, involved, and it's not like, oh, okay, we lost that one, guys. Sorry. No, I mean,
it's not going to happen. It's just, listen, if it happens, you make shit happen. Worse things have happened. Worse things will happen.
Right.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Don't quit because some fucking asshole politician passed something.
Yeah, the thing that sucks is they're just, they're putting the whole, the pandemic towards it. And I think that scares a lot of people because we don't even know what the fuck's really going on with this pandemic. And things change and, now masks aren't good and now you should do this and do that. And
listen, I understand. Listen, people have lost loved ones, right?
Yep.
It affects everyone differently. I got it, and it hit me, end of March, beginning of April. It was a bad flu. Now, again, I am not being a dick when it comes to people who have lost loved ones, or it hits people differently, and I get that. I totally get that. For me, it was a really bad flu. I wore the mask. I was all about the hand sanitizer, okay, and I still got it. So these masks and all this other bullshit, because it sucks. But it's crippled all these economies, and it's crippled people's lives. At the end of the day, like, we gotta just kind of keep shit moving, And listen, from my experience, it really wasn't that bad. I got a 30-day vacation. I was in pain for a couple of days. The breathing shit was a little weird. Other than that, man, you just keep it moving. Like I don't feel like it should have shut the world down. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's always good to take precautions, especially when it's something you don't know. But I don't know. I mean, no matter what, there's always, there's conspiracy theories. There's this. There's the truth. There's the, who knows what we're getting? I mean, it's just so much shit out there. You don't know if you're coming, going, left, right, up, down. It's just frustrating. But when something like this comes up, it does scare, everybody. And if it bans in New York, then all of a sudden, it sort of gives opportunities like, other states can sort of tend to follow. It's almost like precedent is there, but
sure.
It's something where, they got to have some proof. They can't just do this because, we think. Well, show some proof. And, U.S. ARC is great, and they've been fighting many, many battles and wars, and they're not going to stop.
Listen, I think we'll be all right in New York. If not, we band together as a community. We keep this shit moving. Like, we're not going to quit,
Oh, of course.
Exactly.
But, I mean, it is scary. I mean, everything in the world right now is scary. We don't know what's going on. People, economy, suicides are, like, all-time high. It's crazy, It's just a shitty, our freedoms have seemed like they're taken away. Mm-hmm. We can't travel. We can't, live our lives the way we want. It's just really sad. And I hope that by the end of 2021, we can say, hey, man, we lived through COVID and it's just the world has to get back to somewhat of a normal. Whether we have to go on, keeping masks on, that becomes mandatory in public. If I can travel and live my life and go eat in a store and do what I want to do, 90% of what's taken away from me now, I'll wear a fucking mask to bed. I mean, You know, I'll never take the fucking thing off. Like, I'll get one tattooed on, stitched on, so that it never comes off if I can get 90% of what I used to be able to do before COVID. I mean, you know, that's a small price to pay to get our lives back, you know. But
isn't it crazy though? I remember sitting in my office at work, and like that one cruise ship was quarantined from America.
I remember, yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. This is just never going to hit. And then sure enough, like 4 months later, like I'm sitting at home, I can barely breathe. And I'm like, this sucks, huh? I'm like, that cruise ship really took off. But I honestly just hope everything returns back to normal. I mean, it's got to, enough's enough.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But I mean, I think one thing is a lot of people have spent their time now being home with their animals, realizing that, man, I love this. This is amazing. I want to spend more time. How do I turn this into a business? How do I invest more, or what do I need to do? And there's guys out there busting their balls off like you, getting an Uber, you know, on top to make extra funds to do all types of shit. And I mean, you know, it's a grind, you know? I mean,
there were some times where like I'll be delivering for Uber, and like first and foremost, people, if you're watching this, if people deliver your food, don't be an arrogant dick, okay? Like they're bringing you your food. Like there were some guys. One guy called me delivery boy, and I looked at him. I was like, "It's detective delivery boy," and he was like, "What?" And I showed him my shield. I was like, "Show some fucking respect, huh?" And he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Making more money than you. I'll see you later." I was like, these arrogant assholes.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you'll get that it is. That's just people.
I couldn't believe it.
No, but
fucking delivery boy, I wanted to kill him.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like, you know, you get in, you hop in the back. Yeah, I want to go. You know, take me here. Cool. And it's like, oh fuck, didn't you arrest me 2 weeks ago, dude?
Oh, dude, you know what's funny? I thank God. Like, my girlfriend's a cop too, and she works for Suffolk County. I'm 68 miles away from where I work. So if fucking the dude I arrested is all the way out in Suffolk County, like it's a whole different problem I have to deal with. But I have buddies. I've never run into anybody, but I have buddies that like they'll go out to eat with their wife. And they'll have to leave. It's like, where are we going? I was out to eat with my buddy. He said, "We gotta go." Why do we gotta go? He said, "I locked the waiter up for DWI." I'm like, why? Like, why do you got to do? Like, this is fucking ridiculous. So I thank God I work so far away from home. I don't have to deal with it.
That is crazy. Joe again. I make custom masks.
He does. Mine's my car.
Shameless plug to Joe. Empire State Exotics. He makes shirts. He makes this. He makes.
He is that dude.
Yeah, he said,
I am so envious of him. He is, when it comes to business, that guy's a fucking genius, bro. Like, that guy just knows how to make shit happen. You know, listen, I want shirts. I want this. Instead of paying this dude X, X, Y, Z.
He went out and spent like $7,000 on buying the machines to do it himself.
Oh,
yeah, he's like, nuts, bro. He's like, yeah, do this, and I'm waiting for this, and I'm like, fuck that. I just went and spent like $7,000-8,000, and I got all this shit, and I'm doing it myself. Dude, I'm like, wow, dude, that's sick. Yeah, every day he's hustling.
Snake. Every day he sends me a different snake. I bought this, and it's not a $100 snake. It's like $1,200, $1,800, $2,500. I'm like, Joe, there has to be a point where you just stop. Just stop, bud. Please stop.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's good. I mean, you know, if you can cut out stuff and take control of things, you know, it's great. But then there's so many things that, you know, I mean, I don't know really too much, but I know he has a bunch of businesses, and I know he has people helping him do stuff. But at some point, if you get too much, and I've done it, you take too much on, and, you know, you're thinking, oh, this is going to benefit me. But when you're doing that, you sort of lose sort of ground in other areas, you know, spreading yourself too thin. I've done it many, many times. And I feel like even now with this move, you know, we've slacked on so many things. And now that we're starting to catch up, it's like, cool. Billy goes and gets into some other shit. Yeah. It's like, what the hell? I'm my own monster, man. You know?
Yeah, that video you did of like showing your shop and all that got me fired. Like, that is, I mean, all due respect, that is the coolest thing ever, man. Like, to take a hobby business and turn it into like a life thing, like.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. We talk about it like today. Yeah. You know, I came in on Sunday. I mean, Sunday nobody's there. I go in and do some stuff, get caught up, take pics, or I have people come by. You know, if they're picking stuff up or what have you, I'll arrange it. But I walked in, and I told them the story earlier. I walked in, and it's like turn the lights on. I'm just like, fuck, this is so amazing. You know what I mean? We've been there for months. And I was just so happy when I turned the lights on. I just look around. I'm like, this is so awesome. And we said it today. I said, hey, man, you know, it's so cool. And today we've, you know, we got the drawings in for all the glass and the doors. So I'm like, cool. Sent them their deposit. You know, 2 to 3 weeks, they'll be coming in and installing it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, so amazing. It's going to look so good. And then what we got to do here. And we're constantly taking what's something that's amazing and trying to make it even more amazing. And it's just, it's such a great feel when we can go sit, we can have little chats. You know, we got everybody's own music choice now. We don't always have to listen to Austin.
It's okay.
You know, you want to listen to Austin's music? Go into Austin's room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does that. He'll come into my room and be like,
Mac Miller tribute
It's like a whole
every day. Huh?
Oh, Mac Miller, huh? I bounce around, man. You know, I everything from old school 70s rock because my dad to like old school hip hop to punk to everything else. But no Mac Miller. I'll tell you that.
No, I don't mind it. I mean, I don't mind it. But the thing is, when you hear it 40,000 fucking times,
It makes it better.
it's like, oh my God, dude. Like, you know, every day. It's like I can say on like, okay, you know what? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. This song's playing. Oh, fuck, I'm right.
No.
Almost, man.
He's got 5
He
songs
changed it
on
up
loop.
today.
It just
Oh, you changed it
constantly
up today?
yeah.
He put some unreleased Mac Miller songs.
We listened to Green Day one song 5 times.
Yeah,
that's just 'cause I was
but the
paying
reason
attention.
why though?
Oh,
should we
'cause-
say it?
Because what?
Catherine got peed and pooped on today.
And pooped? I thought it was
And
only
pooped.
peed.
Oh, she got
It
pooped
was
on.
pee.
It was
And a
pee.
urate.
It
And
was
let's
a
ju-
urate.
Let's just say it's by a snake. Let's not skip that part. Okay.
What's in her personal life?
Yeah. Yeah, let's, yeah. We
Elias, what do you
should,
do?
Outing her in front of 50,000 people. That's
yeah,
not
we should have, yeah, yeah.
It was
But-
by
Some
a, it was
respect,
by a
will you?
snake.
Yeah, but it happens,
Oh yeah.
you know?
Funny thing was, like, it was already peeing, and then she like lifted it up over her head, and then she just kept it there, and then
And then,
Because the
and then
racks are
Austin,
really high.
then Austin decided to play Green Day. I
But
don't
they
know
were
what song
laughing
though.
at me, and I couldn't figure out why they were laughing at me.
And then they
So-
clued you in.
So instead of telling me that a snake was pissing on me, they were just standing there laughing.
Wait,
I
yeah, it was
haven't
kind
had
of
a
funny.
ball python piss on me. A
Oh
retake
my
pisses
God,
on me
Austin
all the
Kelly.
Yeah.
Austin Kelly? You know,
Yeah.
R.
No,
Kelly?
no, I know R. Kelly.
Okay, you know, okay, I'm just trying to get you to,
Wasn't she underage too? Like, no.
That's funny.
I don't know.
That's
who
really
knows?
funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's that's just a whole other mess. Jesus. But anyways.
Anyway,
Yeah. So let's
go.
before we get into some questions and more chatting, let's get into some of the achievements. And we hit this button here, and
It's time for shoutouts of the week.
if anybody just recently came on, first ever, Clutch, Kayla, Marvelballsuk. This is like the 5th shout out. First clutch of 10 eggs, probably retained sperm, could be last year's vanilla cream or Mojave possible fire to a fire. So, congratulations, 10 big eggs. That's awesome. It's so amazing. It's, I guess, welcome to the club.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do. So, congrats.
It's a good feeling.
Oh, it's an amazing feeling. 500 followers on Instagram. We have Evolution Revolution, Ball Python, and Black Sun Reptiles, man. Congratulations.
Nice.
1,000K. Oh, my God. I say that. Why do I say that? 1,000K. No.
A million.
It's a million, yeah.
Jeez.
But no.
That's a lot of followers.
1K on Instagram. We have Sincere Exotics, Jay's Reptile Life, Mountain Mama Morphs. Oh, that's a Mountain Mama Morphs. That's it.
I'm not
It's
even
all
gonna
one
say
word.
that.
Mountain Mama Morphs. It's pretty cool.
That's funny.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mountain Mama Morphs.
Yeah, it rolls off the.
Try to say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
Signature Morphs. Colorado Cold Bloods. Oh, yay. Colorado Cold Bloods, 1,000. And then we have Scales. There's 2 S's, so I had to,
Yeah.
And everything that I'm reading here, as well as all of our info and links, and same with yours, Blue Line Morphs. It's all in the description, all the links. You can go check everybody else, give them some love, give them some follows, take a look at what they're doing. I love seeing people move forward and hitting milestones. It's great, steps, I love seeing people make steps and keep grinding and moving forward. And then another person that hit 1,000, just I think earlier today, British Columbia Balls.
Nice. So,
yeah, I mean, that's another fellow Canadian, so sick. There's 1,000, then we're going to, shout them out in a couple months at 2,000 and 6 months, a year down the road at 5,000. I mean, it's just so amazing. 1,500 on Instagram. We have Interstellar Reptiles, Max. Nice. Interstellar, 1,500. We got billiards balls. And, McGuigan Morphs. You know those guys.
The Long Island guy. Well, city guy, yeah.
Yep. So 1,500, and then we double that, 3,000. Scales from the Crypt, yes. Scales from the Crypt, 3,000. And then we have a huge jump. So we doubled from 15 to 3K. Now we go to 8. Holy baller style here, man. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's you. Oh my God!
What?
Why did I have to put that in beforehand? I
baller
didn't,
style.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, because 8K is like, wow, and I look down at, it's fucking you. What? Jesus.
Baller style.
Oh my God! Now I went.
I think you need to press his button, like the King Austin one.
What?
Hitting 8,000 subscribers. Yours truly.
I don't have 8,000 subs.
It says here you have 8,000 subscribers.
No, it's followers, I think.
Oh, for followers? Oh, Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing Instagram. Relax.
So
Instagram.
8,000 subscribers. That'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah,
I say subscribers, followers,
Get there.
You should know what I'm talking about by now. Oh, Billy said this, it means that. Oh, okay. I mean, everyone's getting my lingo, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, they follow me for so long, they can understand. And if Billy said that, that means this. What the fuck? Yeah, you'll get it. Don't worry. So anyways, yeah, I had to make that. Wow, 8,000. I looked down, I'm like, oh, shit, that's you. I didn't even mean to give him.
King Austin.
Oh, man. Anyways, Royal Highness Pythons, King Austin's, Instagram account, 8K.
He's high up there.
And, yeah, ready? I have to do this, too. Also, January's 2021 Reptile Trick Shot Challenge winner.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, there's a challenge winner?
I
Were you not present?
I don't.
Remember? So basically,
Oh.
What is that? Oh, shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Look at the detail on the snake.
Is that a crown on its head?
Wait, but is he actually going to get that?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, what?
You want to get it? Here you go. Send.
Nice.
You get it? Cool. Yay. But no, it has the Mutation Creation eye. Yeah. The logo for the eye. And yeah. So, King Austin on the bottom.
I have to defend my title next time.
Did anyone send you any trick shots like we mentioned in the video?
We're going to have to look. We're going to have to get on that. So we're going to work on that.
I spent 20 minutes watching that video.
Oh, I feel so bad. Like, I thought you were going to.
I was just like.
Well, I was, but then I'm like, what am I going to really cut out?
You're supposed to
time lapse
8 minutes.
Yeah, that was painful to be in. It's painful to actually be in, and she's holding the camera like her wrist is sore. It's like, wow, come on, guys, it was horrible. You made them watch that.
But here's the thing: if I would have fast forwarded it, you wouldn't have be able to hear any of the things we were saying.
That's probably the whole point of why they should have done it.
I don't know.
But we had to score 2 points, right? You fast forwarded one of the times I scored.
Oh, he did fast forward?
Yeah, you only seen the second one that I scored. The first one I scored, he just fast forwarded.
Oh, I thought you put the whole. I looked down and how long is it? So you didn't.
No, he did.
You actually
No, I did fast forward part of it, but I only put
it
by ×2, basically. So the very beginning of it, I just left it because we were talking for the most
I couldn't
part.
even rewatch it because it was so painful to live it. I feel sorry. Sorry, everybody.
I sat on my couch drinking coffee watching. I was like, one of these motherfuckers has got to make this. It got to a point where I was so invested. I was like, I'm not stopping. Somebody makes it.
Well, we apologize, man, but it's like, I hope the next one goes better.
I wanted to leave it raw as possible, I guess, because
that's what she said.
If we spent 40 minutes, I cut it down by
Jesus.
20.
Yeah. I found it
anyways, moving on. 10K. Okay, real baller status.
Oh shit, who is this?
Okay, on Instagram, Las Vegas Ball Pythons.
Nice.
You
Sick.
hit it?
10K, man. Congratulations.
Nice. Now he can swipe up.
Yeah, now you can swipe up
Yeah.
and hit the link.
I've been abusing the.
That's awesome. Oh, there's another one. Oh, no. Oh, yes, there is another one. The way it was worded. Okay. Kyle and Liz from Royal Reptiles. Congratulations. They hit 10K on Instagram.
Nice.
And now on YouTube, it says.
Nice.
Yeah. So Royal Reptiles on YouTube. So they have a YouTube channel now, which is awesome.
Jeez.
And on Instagram, it's KE_Royal_Reptiles. So perfect. And then My Animal House, 6,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Jeez.
Nice.
So awesome.
For him.
Yeah. We got a few giveaways and Artist of the Week. So a giveaway, we have Dreamscape Dragons, which we actually just got their stickers in, which is pretty cool. I remember putting them on the wall the other day. 7K on Instagram, follower giveaway. Winner picks any drawing from the video in the post. Currently at 6,618 followers, so they need another 382 to hit the mark.
Let's do that right now. Everybody go follow them. If everybody here follows them.
Dreamscape_dragons. So freelance artist, amazing drawing skills. Sick.
Was that Instagram?
That's Instagram. Yep. Dreamscape. So all one word, _dragons.
I found it.
So yeah, freelance artist, amazing drawing skills. You get to pick, the drawing, and they're gonna do the giveaway once they hit 7,000 followers. So let's help them get there.
Do you get to pick anything they could draw?
I believe it's from one of the drawings that they show. So winner picks any drawing from the video in the post.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
I'm sure by reading that, there's multiple to choose from.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sick.
Let me see.
Pretty good.
Oh shit, it's Bob Marley. You know what? It's a perfect time right now to get a water break.
Yeah, get out of here.
No, we still have more water. Let me finish the water first.
Yeah, to finish the water.
I'm getting text messages about blocking people's logos on my head. Oh, red line pythons, border pythons, Gomez pythons.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you block that big fucking blue line morph
Yeah, I
one,
know.
and let the others shine besides your head.
Yeah.
I know.
Your head and my head, it's like
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. There's a
You know.
lot of shine going on over here.
Normally with Chris, man, it'd be
my God.
we'd be like, this is the shining side.
It'd be like the pyramid of shine.
Start levitating.
Wow.
No.
That's the real reason the podcast didn't work at first.
So
Much signal.
yeah, I got you, Callie. I figured it out. So, let's see. What's wrong?
Check the time too.
Yeah, I looked at you did too. Yeah,
I was like,
I'm just like, what?
4:19.
Sal put something up, and then we're like,
Over him, it actually is like,
yep.
well,
Yeah, I got people texting me. They're saying they're trying to do the super chat. It's not working.
Vivid Scales. I wonder if Billy uses our coasters Amber made. We do, Paul. Look,
oh, look, I'll show you guys.
show.
Boom.
I would show you mine, but mine is wet because I spilt the water. When I was pouring, I wasn't looking, and I put more in. I think I got more in the cup than on the coaster. But yes, we use them.
I see
We
it all
thank
over
you.
the table.
I know it's all over the place. It's on my shorts.
Holy jeez.
So this might be a dumb question, but where you guys are filming from is actually the same facility all the snakes are in, or no?
No, so we probably will move
Oh.
this to the facility. I'm not sure. This is one of the rooms in my house. So we converted it to podcast.
Oh, so you're at home right now. So everyone's gonna travel to you, and then you just
Yeah.
go in your bedroom. Good for you.
And he lives the farthest away. He
Well,
lives
I
so
mean-
far. Like,
When he,
Oh, do you have a room this size that we can fucking move this to? At your place? No.
not
Well,
giving
there you
you
go.
my
His
room.
bedroom.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, how far of a drive is
I'm
20
not
minutes.
for me, it's not bad, but like maybe Catherine's probably the worst.
Half hour?
Farthest. Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
when, you
Chris-
guys, but when you
40
guys were at the old
Well,
facility,
have to
it was
drop
just
him off,
like
it's longer.
coming back, like from here to there. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's only about 14 minutes, 15 minutes when at the old facility to here.
Mhm.
And you realize this is our 30th one.
Yeah.
This is number 30, man.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
You know, it would be better if it was 5-0.
All right. Great job, bud.
I know. This is 3-0. This is
A
3-0.
cop joke.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna bring out the donut jokes and everything else.
oh no.
People started
is
in
your
the
favorite
comments.
donut?
Yeah, what is your favorite? Do you have a, you know?
What are you guys hanging out with Porter? Like, all of them. That's the answer.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Oh,
Wow.
Let's get the cop jokes out of the way now. I walk into a room, it wasn't me. Great fucking joke, bro.
That's awesome. Oh, man.
You have no idea, dude. It's just
No, I it's crazy. But no, let's see. We're just trying to read some of the chat. Everything's cool. 30-30. I've spent 30 Mondays here, Chad. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
I got a question for you guys.
Sure, shoot.
So I got a mail. Probably my pride and joy in my collection. That pied mail I spoke about before.
From Ozzy, yep.
Yeah, he's cost me quite a bit. He's about 540 grams. I think he hatched, I want to say, the end of June, beginning of July. Maybe a little sooner. I would say beginning of June. So 7 months old. Now, he's the OD YB Pastel Fire Leopard Pied. I want to put him with the Pastel Clown Pied girl. That's 2,000 grams. She's about 5 years old.
Yep.
You think he's good to go?
yeah.
Yeah.
If he's
Not that big. He's not like
Is he producing
he's only
sperm?
he's only 500. No, not really. You know, I tried to pop him before. He was pissed on me. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so
I want to give him a shot. I don't want to stress him out. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm like super apprehensive after that snake died on me.
now there's so many things that you know, you put him in and it triggers him to stop eating
Then you stop her.
because he's into breeding mode. And when males go into breeding mode, they rather breed than eat. And it sucks because
Not the best
you could
eater to begin with.
right. So you could be triggering him instead of being, you know, a nice eater and growing to another bigger, you know, healthier breeder. You could put him in now, you get a lock, and then he stops eating, and now you're like, you know. But then I've done some where I've done it, and he's been a superstar.
Yeah.
You know, and I have 900,000 gram males. They're like, dude, like, really? You know, this little guy showing you up? You don't know. You take a chance, and you got to live with the decision. Do I put him in early? And you do, and he goes off food, and you can only maybe put him one more time to that female, and that's it for the year. You know, or, you know, you put him, he eats, he doesn't do the job because I pushed the male early, and I guess the sperm wasn't viable, or he just didn't, you know, get in there, but even though he looked like a lock, and then all of a sudden, I get slugs. You know, but
Yeah.
I would say if you can get them up to 650, 700 grams, you know, over the next 2 months or 3 months, you know, get them a little bit bigger meals and get them to size, and then, you know, try to breed them then, you know, but,
Right.
you know, it's a choice that you make, and you live with the results.
Yeah,
And there's
I've
no
been
right
going back and
answer.
forth. I was going to try to get him to 600 grams and then give him a shot at the end of March. You know, I wasn't sure. I don't want to fuck him up. I'm like, so, dude, after that incident with the snake that died, like, I'm so apprehensive. I don't want to overbreed anything now. You know, I'm so like, no, I'll give you a week off.
Yep. You know, and same thing with power feeding. Corey Woods talked about it on the weekend with MJ on his podcast, and it's like, you know, he's had it happen multiple times where he's not going to do it, where you try to put a rat in and it's like, oh cool, he ate, and then you double feed him, and you know, you do that, and a couple weeks later, you know, you go in and it's on its side upside down. It's like, wow, because you're pushing them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. After that comment, I'm definitely not breeding now.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we've had that. I've had a male that's like, oh, look at that, he's huge. He's a 3-year-old proven breeder. The guy breeds everything. He hasn't eaten in 5, 6, 7 weeks. He's fine. You put him in. You go open the tub to see if he's locked, and he's locked, but not at the female. He's, you know, sideways, and it's like, how? It's got to be the stress of the animal. I mean,
Yeah.
You know?
we had, you and I had an hour conversation, 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
yeah, 2 or 3. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I mean, Saturday. Was it Saturday or
Saturday?
Sunday?
I don't know.
Was it
The
yesterday?
weekend always a blur to me.
No, it wasn't yesterday. It was Saturday.
Yeah, just, you know, That sucked, dude. That really fucking sucked.
Yeah.
So bad, you know.
And that's the thing, shit happens. You know, you push an animal, shit happens. You know, you don't. You know, I mean, people come and it's like, hey, what would you do? And I'm like, it depends. Like, you know, there's no right answer to many things. There's not one answer. It's like, oh, you put the male in. You know, he's young. I wouldn't put him in because you could go off of food. And then you don't listen to me and you do it, and the guy locks 5 females and everything's great. Cool. You know, or, you know, it could go the opposite way. You put it in, and I know that happened to me personally and to a few other people. You put it in early, it gets a lock, doesn't want to eat. Guess what? You can't breed it anymore. It's not eating. It doesn't eat until the next year, you know, and it sucks. You don't have an answer. Every animal is going to react a different way. You can put some males into a female and they won't lock, you know, even if you try to do it, you know, push it and force them to do it yourself. They just won't do it. And then you put him in with something else and he locks right away. Yeah. It's just that one female. There's no connection, or I don't know what it is, but.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I had that happen this year. I had a plan. I have an OD fire girl, and she's big. She's like 3,000 grams. I have a banana pied male. And then I have a Corgo Black Pastel Trick Mojave male. And then I have a banana Enchi Pastel Butter Fire girl. Now, I originally wanted the banana pied male to go to that banana Enchi Butter Pastel girl to make some nice heads. Wouldn't lock. Now, conversely, that Corgo Black Pastel Trick Mojave male wouldn't lock with the OD Fire girl. I swapped them, and they locked like that, like right away. Yeah, like zero hesitation.
And like, why? I have no idea. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many things that we don't know why. Yep. You know, we just, hey, you know what? If it doesn't lock here, it locks here. Okay. Why doesn't it lock? Who knows? But then you put another male in, it locks right away. So it's not the female because she locks with another male. Just this male never locks. And yeah, it's very strange. And, you know, there's so much unanswered with these animals of, you know, breeding them and caring for them and what they really need. And, you know, who really knows? You know, I mean, there's so many things that work. As long as the animals, in my opinion, are you know, growing, they're eating, they're defecating, they're urinating, I guess is the proper word, shedding, you know, breeding if that's what you want to do, and they're healthy and thriving, I think that's awesome. That's what we want to keep doing. And then there's so many different things and aspects that can change that or modify it or add it. Who knows? But there's no one answer to breed. There's no one answer to feed. There's no one answer, you know, to do all the stuff that we do. You just got to find what works for you and try a few things out. But I mean, if it sounds really ridiculous that, you know, it's like your common sense says, I'm not going to do that, then don't do it. Yeah. But, you know.
So where do you guys have been in the hobby for a while, 20 years deep, give or take, right?
Yep.
You're all very experienced. Where do you see this hobby going? See it phasing out? You see it keeping going?
Oh, never. So to me, when I got into this, when I started really investing money to breed it in, you know, mid 2000, you know, 2005, 2006, you know, there were so many people getting in and you know, we weren't really concentrating on the recessives because they were just so ridiculously high. You know, the pastels, the spiders, the pinstripes, and making bumblebees and stuff was being made. And it was just going, you know, from 25 to 15 to 10 to 5. And it was just so many people. And, you know, it's like, wow, all these new genes. It was so great for me. Oh, there's no money in ball pythons. You know, oh, you know, you're going to oversaturate it. And every single year I hear the same thing for the last 17, 15, 16, 17 years. Oh, it's oversaturated. Oh, it's this. Oh, there's no money in ball pythons. I don't know who the hell's telling you that, but I mean, for people to tell me that, I'm going to say you're wrong. You know, I can show you proof that you're wrong. I mean, you can see it of how I grow every year, and other people do. You know, you got to, you know, sure, there's a lot of things that hold you back, but it's such a great hobby and business. But you want to have it where, to me, I mean, this is my life. Like, it's always been my life. I'm there 7 days a week. I'm doing stuff behind the scenes. I want bigger and better. I want to learn more. I want to get involved in more. So to me, you know, without the money aspect, I'm not getting out. I just can't do so much. Hey, I can't be doing this. I can't be buying that. If the money starts going away, I'm not selling off my collection. I may modify it to where I can handle it now because all that money comes in. But the more money that comes in, Ask these guys. The more I spend, hey man, I just did this. What are you doing? Oh, I went and bought this. Like, you're an animal, you know? And that's the thing. When I make money, I put it back in. I want to do this, and I want to sort of put it back into our community and buy racks. And then the person that has racks, you know, buys some snakes, or, you know, vice versa. So, you know, that's what I want to do with it. You know, and there's a lot of other stuff that I've invested in that is a part of this community, and I want to keep putting it back in. But, you know, to me, I didn't get into this to be where I am now. Today, where I am now with YouTube, and as far as, like, you know, Instagram and my following and all you amazing people and stuff, like, this wasn't even a dream back then. You know, if you said, oh, we're going to have phones and everyone's going to be on it, we're going to share stuff and take pictures of food and everything else, and all the babies and kissing this and doing that, and every time we go on a trip and all of our snakes, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Yeah, it's called social media. You're going to get locked up. Like, it wasn't even... You know, it wasn't even a thought. Yeah. You know what it was? I had some cool snakes. I wanted to make more. I wanted to get eggs, and I wanted to make more cool snakes. And when I'm talking cool snakes, there was like 6, 7, 8, 10 genes that we could make, and maybe 15 combos. You know, if that. Wow, the lemon blast. Oh my God, did you see the bumblebee? Oh my God, we were freaking out over stuff now that people are chucking to wholesale. So from what I went through there was nothing like it. No community, no sharing, no knowledge. We fucking guessed. We tried. It was a shitty place to be in.
One thing I noticed is this. Since I've been in this community since roughly July 2019, I've met a lot of good friends that are like consistent friends that I speak to every day, several group texts. I was talking to Mike from Redline-Pythons.
I know Mike Porter very well.
No, Mike from Redline-Pythons, not Porter.
Oh, sorry.
Same group text. But,
cool. Shout out to Mike Porter. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. But, like, long story short, he was telling me that he had gotten out of the hobby for a little bit. He pretty much sold his whole collection off to Miguel from Always Evolving. And he was like, you know, when I first got into this hobby and this community, it was cutthroat. Nobody helped anybody. Nobody, like, wanted you to succeed. Everyone was an asshole. And I was, you know, I've seen nothing but the complete opposite. Yeah. Everyone supports everybody. Everyone's all in. And that's the good thing about this community. It's not like you're selling a product where you buy one and you're done. You're selling to your competitors, and you're selling to people who want to have 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 snakes. So, like, I feel like this hobby can just keep going more and more and more, because you can just keep combining different snakes, and you can just keep finding new genes. Even the old genes, you can start working them together and make new shit that people never seen before, even though these genes have been existing for a while.
100%, yeah. But the thing is when I say story, I'm like, no, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, you guys, you know, you try telling a kid that, you know, there was a phone booth where you'd walk in and put a quarter in and dial a phone. What the fuck's that? People don't even know what, like, a cassette tape is or a record. You know what I mean? Like, the generation now, you know, for kids can't even realize, like, oh my God, look at that old movie. You guys had a phone connected to the wall? Wow. Like, they can't even grasp that we live that. And you guys can't even grasp some of the stories how, man, when the spider came out, it rocked the world. It's like Justin showing us, hey guys, look at the fucking Pompeii. When the spider first came out, we were like going as mad as people went with the fucking Pompeii. Like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Until it wobbled.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, even the wobble. And then Bumblebee and Lemon Blast, it was groundbreaking. Like, did you see the Lemon Blast? Yeah, they're $35,000 a piece. Oh, I'd buy one if I had the money. And it's like, wow. And it was crazy. But the thing is, when you saw one was when, you know, it wasn't even, we had things where people posted it. You'd see it in a magazine, or, you know, if you went to a reptile show, you know, hardly anyone had it. Like, back in the day, Corey Woods had the best stuff. Oh my God, a piebald. Yeah, they're like $15,000 to $20,000. This guy's got 5 of them on his table. Oh my God, you know, like, Corey Woods, and this is amazing. And he was a young kid, and it's like, this guy has like the craziest stuff in Canada. Yeah, you know. And then more people got in, more genes. This industry has grown, not only as far as monetarily, the genes, the knowledge, and what we're learning. How you know, ARS wasn't around, you know, in early 2000s. Yeah. You know, they came out. So everything, and now see how they've progressed, and new tub designs and freedom breeder pushing limits, and, you know, Now coconut bedding is like, common, where before I didn't even know where, coconut bedding was a thing, so we're always evolving our hobby and the needs and, thermostats now, with Herpstat that, connect to Bluetooth and Wi-Fi so we can monitor them and, sensor push. Like this stuff wasn't available back then. It's something that have taken this hobby because of the demand and the growth. The community, like you said, people got out of it because it was so cutthroat and it was shitty. Now it's amazing. It's another thing that I think will help this community and this hobby and this industry grow is the amount of stuff to share. Myself, Wilma Rose, there's Balls to You. There's so many people out there that have Patreons that are teaching people and doing stuff and having a little bit more content behind the scenes to learn. That wasn't available. The amount of stuff that people are putting on YouTube and sharing, the good, the bad, it's learning. It's what people want. We're giving people what they want. And, even you're like, I'm nobody, blah, blah, blah.
That's why you're like, I want to have you on the channel. I'm like, bro, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, but you're not. You know what it is? You're somebody that basically was like me 20 fucking years ago. I had no fucking idea what I was doing. I just wanted to do it. I wanted to do this. I wanted to learn, You guys now.
I love it. I mean, it's become an integral part of my life. Like,
and you either get it or you don't. It's not going to be for everybody. But you don't knock it till you try it type of thing. And I loved it, and I keep pushing my boundaries because I can. But I mean, I a couple years ago I said, Austin, should we try to push more than 250? Should we go to 300? Did we really handle it? It's like, yeah, we didn't do too bad. Yeah, fuck it, let's try it. But if we do hit 300 clutches, we'd be like, holy shit, dude, like this is nuts, man. This is crazy. Like we're gonna know that 300 clutches was fucking way too much, depending. We might say, you know what, let's scale it back to 250 again. And let's prepare that, let's do the 250 now so that we're strong, so that if we do decide to go more, we're prepared for it. Not just, let's just make it and fucking deal with it. Because
here's a question for you guys, and maybe Austin will actually talk this time. So there's like two ranges you can do, right? There's you can have maybe 100 snakes that are high-end shit, right? Or you can have 1,000 snakes that range from high-end to low-end stuff, right? Your $200 range, $500 range to your $8,000 range. What now? Obviously, you have what 3,000 snakes or some shit.
2,000.
Right. So, what would you say for me? Right now, I have 50 snakes. I have everything from two big normal girls up to a $5,000 pied animal to probably close to a $9,000 breeder female passed out clown pied, right? What should I do? What would you say my goal should be? Should it be 2 or 3 ARS racks of really high-end shit? Or should I keep snakes like my pastel or my pastel mystic or my lesser pastel animals to breed these animals without recessives to have like kind of a wide spectrum of animals? In other words, should I have 100 clutches ranging from $300 animals to $10,000 animals? Or should I just gear myself towards the high ends?
Okay, so you froze a little, but I got it. I think that you shouldn't ask someone else's advice of where you should go.
Yeah.
You should go where you feel comfortable. Okay? So I had a conversation with Ozzy this morning, and Ozzy, he's like, bravo for what you're doing and the way, your collection is and the way you have people over and you have like a storefront. Mm-hmm. I had that. It's not for me,
So honestly, when I ask this question, it's legit me talking about Ozzy and you.
Right. So, but here's what I say, and there's no one way to do this. Okay. People think there's only one way to do this. Oh, I have to fucking do YouTube because everybody does YouTube. No, you don't. Ozzy doesn't do YouTube. You know who he is? You think he's hurting because he's not doing YouTube? No. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. He did what I'm doing. Maybe not as big, but he opened up a store and did this and got into some other stuff. It wasn't for him.
Yeah.
I got to do this because Justin and Billy and everyone else is doing, I got to do this. He's like, no, I don't. I tried it. It's not for me. I'm going to do things a different way. You think he's not fucking successful doing it different than I am? Wilma Rose takes a total different stand in a total different direction than I did. Everyone knows who he is. He's making amazing shit. And you see what he's making now. Wait till you see what he's making in the future. Yeah. He took a different direction. He goes on live media, says, I'm not really a show guy. I'll go to shows and walk around and say hi and, say hi to people, but I don't want to vend at them. Cool. I love vending at them. And you know what? I do well. He doesn't vend. He's still doing well. Ozzy doesn't do, he does the odd show and he doesn't have a store, this and that, YouTube. Everybody is successful and everybody's doing something totally different. The common denominator is having healthy snakes and breeding them and marketing yourself the way you want to be seen. So if you want to have high-end snakes and less of them, you're going to do well. But I also do well having a big variety. But a lot of my stuff, $300, $400, $600, $200 snakes, guess what? I go to shows. Those are the ones that go. I'm not selling the $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 snakes at an expo. Yeah. It's the $200, $300, $400 ones for those people that want to get in or just, hey, I want to add to this or, so I'm geared my collection in the way I'm designed my collection because I'm doing shows. There's other people that don't want to get into the high-end game. They just want to make stuff because, you know what? They love going to expos and selling to people and getting those new people into the hobby so that one day they turn into, guys like us so that now we're investing bigger money. But if it isn't for those people making the lower-end stuff, you're not going to get people in this hobby going, hi, yeah, I like that. I've really been looking at getting into a snake. Well, here they go. They start at $5,000. They go up to $20,000. You know what? Our industry's dead if no one's making lower end ball pythons for people to enjoy as a pet. Yeah. If
that was my thought. So
we need it. Every part of this is key.
I have a lot of pied and a lot of clown stuff, right? For me, right? So my idea was to build my collection to where I have 2 levels of recessive. In other words, I have 3 normal pied girls that are all 3 to 4 years old, 2,000 grams. Right? Now, obviously, I have this Aussie Pie boy I want to breed them to them, make more expensive females. Eventually, what I want to do is I want to have lower-end pied animals that range from normal pies up to single or 2 gene combo pied animals, all the way up to snakes like this guy right here. That way, when somebody comes to my booth or when somebody goes to my morph market, it's like, you know what? I really like the pie animal. I can't afford this $5,000 animal, but hey, I can afford the banana pie. I can afford the orange dream pie.
Right.
So I want to have that wide range of spectrum when it comes to my business or like my brand. That way, just because your economic standpoint, it's not going to cripple you when it comes to buying a certain steak you want. I can still approach all people throughout the entire spectrum.
Yep. One thing of advice that I would give to yourself and to anybody else, try it and find out if it's for you or not. Don't say, hey, man, you know what? You've got to do shows. You got to do shows. Shows are amazing. You meet people. It's great. It's great. It's great. If you're not a people person, if you don't like waking up and putting a long hour a day in and standing there and not knowing that the sales are coming in, but you have to go there and it's a grind. If it's not for you, don't do it.
If you don't see yourself doing it, don't even try.
Don't do it because you think you have to. Will doesn't go. Will's gone to expos. He's set up. He might do just the big ones, but he's done smaller ones and gone there. And you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't like it. I don't need to do it because I've set my collection up to sort of compensate on the higher end where I don't need to do that because I don't like it. Where myself, I'm constantly going to be doing it because, one, it gets us out more and people can come and see us there. And, we can give animals of the lower end stuff to help people because, it gets them into the hobby. And same thing with these pet stores. Yeah, they're shitty because the way they care about them and the way that their husbandry is and stuff. But those people who have the pet stores, and I'm talking like the big major ones, not the smaller, amazing ones that actually, the family ones that put their time in and give a shit about their animals. They're not just, oh, hi, you know what? I just work for the big man and just do whatever I got to do. Yeah. They don't care. But when people walk in there and see it and they have that exposure to those ball pythons, guess what? Now there's a person that could turn into me or you one day. Mm-hmm. We need all assets of small, medium, large. You just got to find out, hey, I did an expo. You know what? I might try another one, but I fucking hate them. It's not for me. Then guess what? Don't do them. Set your collection up so that you're not making lower end stuff, or find another outlet like selling on YouTube, Instagram, or Craigslist, or what have you, to move, or Morph Market to move those lower end animals if that's what you're making. Mm-hmm. But if you don't like dealing with those people at the $200-$300 level because it's a lot more work, when someone,
I find the people that are usually buying the higher end stuff don't even ask you for pictures for most of the time.
Yeah, and they know what they're doing, and they know how to feed it, and they have it in a proper rack. So you might start making these pies at $200, $300, $400 and hate dealing with the, these are going to be great, but it's like, wow, they sell out, but I hate dealing with all these emails and all these people. Oh, I hate it. So then now you're going to say, you know what, I don't even want to do shows, and I don't even want to sell low-end animals. And then you turn into an Aussie Boyd's where it's like, hey, everything is bigger and better, and, this is what I make. So you put yourself in the position to where you want to be.
I guess it's a good thing about this business hobby is that you can have a wide range or the spectrum of where you want to take it.
A million
be successful
percent.
at every facet of that.
Yep.
Right. You know what? You could be doing YouTube for another 3 years, and you go, you know what? I don't want to do YouTube anymore. Whatever's out there is going to be there. That's great. But you know what? I want to move on to bigger and better things. Or I want to put more time into traveling and speaking or doing stuff, or who knows, putting more time in building. Now you have, a big store location or a big facility like mine where you don't have a team and you don't have any interest in YouTube anymore. Just because you have a YouTube channel now doesn't mean you have to in 5 years. You can change it anytime. Say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, and put your efforts into what you want to do. There's no, oh, he has to do YouTube now because he has 187 videos, so he has to keep doing it. No, you don't. You can change.
I don't know how I made 187 videos.
It's nuts, man. I looked and I'm like, this guy's fucking grinding. But just like your collection, you know what I mean? Hey, I want to make these. I want to make these. It's like, you know what? I don't want to make as many as this year. I'm gonna sit back and you can diversify and change your direction. You want to make a bunch of cool, high-end pied stuff this year. Next year, you don't even make pies. You make double and triple hets with combos. You can change. Then you're like, nah, I didn't do too great. So you know what? I'm going to go next year and I'm going to make those combo pies again because I did good that year. This year I didn't do that great. I'm going to go back to 2 years ago. You can always change your direction, your goals, and the best way to do it is try it and see what you like. Some people, you might say, holy shit, I love these expos. It's such a great thing. I want to start making more of my stuff so that I have more stock for my shows or expos. Yeah. Find that out. You'll find that yourself, what you like to do. And don't think you have to do shows to be popular, or have a big thriving business. Don't think you have to have a YouTube channel,
It definitely helps though.
It does help, yeah. But not if you hate it
yeah.
and you're not into it.
Don't let it ruin, I guess, your mood and what you're aiming for and stuff.
Well, that's what I've had a lot of people ask me recently. If I would ever quit my day job to do this full time. And my answer was always, I love what I do for a living. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good at it. It's kind of came natural to me. It is what it is. So for me, it's like, if I had to focus all my energy to making a living off of steaks, it would change the dynamic for me. In other words, now it's a hobby for me. It's like my outlet. So if I were to take that away and concentrate and the only way to support my family was off of snakes, I feel like it would change what it meant to me. I just don't want to do that.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it took me this year or last year to do something that I've been doing for 8, 9, 10 years, and I'm amazing at it, and I get paid very well. I don't want to do it anymore. This is what I'm doing now. So you'll come to that point, you just realize, what do you want to do, and do it. No one says I have to keep doing both, and, you just choose to see what you feel comfortable and what you want to do. But the best way to do it is try a bunch of things and say, you know what, fuck, I don't like this, or I like this, or let me do more of this. You get to control what you want to do and your path. You are in control of it, Yeah.
You think the facility you're in is the last facility you're going to be in?
After moving and doing what we've done and just settling in, I'm going to say yes. But, I'm going to be there. For the amount of money that I've invested into the place and the way it is, I can see myself. I was at the old place for 5-6 years. This place, I can see myself for at least the next 10. If I've already asked, I was trying to buy the building, and the owner landlord doesn't want to. He owns the property beside me, the property behind me, and probably some others. So it's more of an investment for him. So to me, if I ever did move, it would be moving to my own building. So something that I wanted, that's what I was trying to do now, but this was such a perfect fit. It's in the perfect location. I just went with my gut, and it paid off because everything's perfect. Everything about it, I love the location, everything that I would want in a facility, it's there. And if it's not, I can add to it. So for me, 10 years, I'm going to definitely be there. At that point, I'll be in my 60s, and I'm still going to be a part of it, but my life will probably change a little, where I'm traveling more, I'm doing other things, and not so hands-on, where, that's why, Austin and Elion, Austin's going to become a partner, in Mutation Creation. So, he'll have some stock in it, and he'll be the one taking it over down the road and managing it like he does now, but to more things, and Elion and Catherine on the team. So, there's going to be more people while we grow to be a part of it. So that'd be up to these guys. Like, hey guys, this is the place that we built 10 years ago. The lease is up next year. What do you want to do? We're doing so incredible now. The market's crazy. Let's go 5 times the size. Well, we can't do that here, so we have to go. But right now, I'll be happy being there for 10 years, and I still have room to grow. In this new facility, I can push 500 clutches if I wanted to.
What's the most amount of clutches you think a single person can handle?
Oh, a single person? I couldn't even answer that. Yeah, a single person. I mean, I know I couldn't be my size without my team. I know that for a fact. I don't care how much I could be there every single minute, every single hour, not being on my phone and never sleeping, and I couldn't do. I couldn't even do half of what we do with the team. It's impossible. So in order to grow this size, you need a team. You need people that care, that work together, that have your same interests. And it's definitely hard to find. I mean, I've been through different help and over the years, and some are a great fit. Some, get to a point where, Austin's, in another year or two, his collection can be to the point where he can go off his own and open his own goddamn facility, or him and Elion can go, hey, you know what? Let's go off. But at the same point, too, that's another reason why I want them to be a part of Mutation Creation moving forward, because one, I'm going to love this till the day I die. I'm proud of what I've done and what I've created and what I give back and what I'm trying to do and things that I'm trying to, but my collection keeps growing. But the more these new combos come out, the more I'm going to want to make more and hold more back. And these triple and quadruple recessives and combos that are coming, it's like, fuck, I don't have room for all this stuff and all these projects. But when it gets there, these guys are going to be taking it and say, hey guys, it's on you now, man. I mean, I'm coming in, 2 or 3 months every 4 months because I'm in another country or I'm living somewhere else, or who knows? I don't even know. But it's going to be up to, Austin and Elion and Kath or whoever's on my team at that point saying, hey guys, you know what? We've been good, but we're outgrowing this place. We got to go to another place. And then we sit down and we grow again. Or we just say...
Do you hover around a certain amount of animals, or you just keep increasing?
Sorry, say that again?
Do you hover around a certain amount of animals, or do you keep increasing or decreasing?
I have been increasing every single year. So now, I mean, every year I hold back 300 holdbacks. Okay? About 225 to 250 are usually females. So if I didn't breed any more animals... Okay, if I said, you know what, we're taking 3 years off, we're going to raise everything up, I'd have over 1,000 breeder females in 2 years. Okay? Because the 500 I have now and the 250 that I have from last year that are a year away, and we got about 225, right? 225, 250 females. And, you think about those. Those are going to be breeding. But what I want to do is if I have 500 tubs... and I'm only doing 250 clutches, the ones that are ready to, move up to the bigger tubs, instead of keep expanding like I've always had, I didn't build this facility to keep growing. I built it to say, hey, here's our capacity, 500 breeder females, we've got like 1,400, 1,500 grow-ups, You know, we have enough for 1,000, 1,500 hatchlings. You know, we got to sort of maintain that. So if I have 200 females that are going to go into the adult racks next year, guess what? Now I got to sell 200 breeder females. But the 200 breeder females are going to be lower end. Like, you know, my pieds are going to be replaced with orange dream yellow belly pieds. And then, you know, those ones, you know.
That's what I'm debating right now. It's like, obviously I have the 3 normal pied girls up there. Once I start breeding them and making like, you know, more advanced animals, whatever, do I actually sell off those normal pied girls or am I going to hold them back for the lower end?
Depends on your project. So right now, I probably have 40 visual breeder pieds. And probably out of those 40, I probably have more, but say 40. I would say 30 of them are combos. Like I've got breeder orange dream yellow belly pieds, leopard orange dream pieds, breeders, you know, proven breeders. You know, I keep buying more pied breeder females because you know what? Now I can put pied in DG, I can put pied in clown, I can make this and prove this out. You know, same with clown. I've got 30, 40, 50 breeder clown females, and most of them are combos. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, I wish I had more. It's what you're chasing and what you want. And, you know, you're going to have it where those 3 pieds, you know, with what you have now and where you're at today, it's great for what you're doing. But then you go get a sunset or a tri-stripe or, you know, Will fucking, let's go one of his puzzle combos sometime down the road.
I got a Will puzzle combo right here for you.
Oh, you got a fucking Will puzzle.
She's head.
Oh, okay.
She's ODYB pastel spider head puzzle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny because now, you know, you do get your hands on a combo puzzle male in a year or two. Now it's like, fuck, I want to put it into pied because, you know, you see the fucking puzzle pied crazy combos? Wow. Now you've got those pieds for what you want to do. And now it's like, shit, I want to get it into puzzle. Now I want to get it into cryptic. Now I want to get it into this. Now I want to get it into that. Now I need to prove some stuff out. Shit, I have 5 different things that I want to do with pied, and I only got 3. Damn it. Now you got to get into that choice. And that's one reason why I got so big so fast is because I fucking hated the choices. You know? Oh, man, I got 3 pieds. I got 5, 6 different projects. Which ones do I do? Oh, let me take these 3. And you're like, damn it, I should have went with this one. Or you're always, you know, frustrated with your choice. But you don't lose because you're making something, but sometimes you want to make something different. You went the wrong route, or, you know, you made something and 55 other people made the same thing. Like, damn it, like there's so many of these now. Damn it, I knew I should have went with that one, but you don't know.
I mean, honestly, my collection grew so quickly. I kept just stepping in shit. Like there would be people that would hit me up. Like I have a buddy that's a retired cop in Jersey. Like Porter made the joke before about a super pastel. I kept just finding killer clown breeders, bro. No matter what I did, like my buddy, he's a retired cop. He's going through divorce. He's like, yo, I want to sell my snakes. Take them. So for $3,000, I got a killer leopard clown girl. It's 4 years old, 1,600 grams, and a sterling lesser clown girl that's 2,000 grams at 4 years old. So I was like, fuck, 2 more killer. Everything I got, even with my clown girls, I mean, my pied girls. One, my buddies get out of the hobby. Got her for like cheap. The other girl is one of my old biologies. Got her for cheap. So I kept just kind of stepping in shit. And somehow it just kind of worked to like my benefit, where now I've actually honed in my projects where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 breeder pied girls and like 4 raising up, just because just being nice and being on social media, YouTube and just Instagram and talking to people. It's like, hey, I know you like these. I'm getting rid of them. You want them? I'm just getting like these wicked deals. So a lot of my animals I got is just by like legit stepping in shit, and people just hook me up because of the benefit of the community.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like lately, I mean, I've known about this so much, and I always give advice, but, you know, it's like, oh, I don't want to wait. I don't want to buy a hatchling. There's something else that's, you know, a year old, and you grab the damn thing, and it's like, damn it, the ones that I have that I hatched last year are bigger, or they're surpassing the animal that I should I knew I shouldn't have grabbed, but it's just dangling in front of you. It's like, oh, 900 gram pied female, or, you know, 900 gram something, and it's like, man, like, oh, I should get this hatchling and raise it up, but this one's got a year on it, and you grab that one, and it's like, I wish I just grabbed the hatchling. But I find nowadays, especially with moving animals, and I do think, and especially, you know, you hear people say this, the animals that you hatch and raise and feed up, there's nothing like those animals. They thrive better than ones that you've got from other people. And I don't know if it's just the scent. It happens. And people are like, no, try it. And I'm not saying every single time. And that's the thing. When I say something, it's not cemented in stone, you know. But you go out and you listen to the stories. Oh, I bought a 600 gram, you know, yearling and blah, blah, blah. And the ones that I hatched last year or this year, you know, they're 6 months or 7 months younger. And after a year, they're twice the size of the one that you bought with some size on.
Wait, you know, it's really funny you say that. I have an animal in my collection that was super expensive. And she is not a good eater by any means. I'm holding on to her just because how powerful she can be in the future.
Yep.
But she's about 1.5 years old, and she's about 500 grams.
Yep.
With that being said,
I have some like that too, man. It happens.
Yeah, I have a Batman girl right here that's 6 months old and is 600 grams.
Yep. And you know what? And I want to sort of say that I've even produced animals that, you know, I produce. They're in my facility, and they're shitty eaters, or they just live to eat. I mean, they eat to live. So It's not like, oh, if you know, if you buy other people's, it happens all the time. But I find that if you have animals that are there, they're born in your facility, they're used to everything, you feed them, and you hold them back. My holdbacks, I think, are the strength of my entire fucking collection. Not the ones I buy, the ones I grow up. You know, I've got ones from last year, you know, early 2000 not last year, the year before, you know, early 2019s that are breeding, late 2019s breeding, you know, they thrive. And it's like, wow. But you do have animals that you produce that turn into shitty eaters also. It just happens. But you will see that your own stuff is better and you see it thriving better.
Well, why do you think that is? Do you think that is, for example, when I have animals that are about 750 grams and under, I offer them meals Sunday and Wednesday, okay? They're relatively smaller meals. They have a big meal, I offer them 2 different meals.
Right.
Now, I've done that with, I have 4 animals here. I got 2 clown boys, a clown girl, and a special tiger. I've done that with them since hatchling, 90, 70 grams. They're all 5 months old, 600 grams.
Right.
That being said, I've also acquired animals that were well started, 600 gram animals, but they weren't on that feeding schedule. And now these animals are bypassing me. So do you think when you have a hatchling animal that you either got as a hatchling or you produced it, when you put it on a certain feeding schedule, you offer it feeding earlier, do you almost make that animal grow quicker, or you develop those feeding patterns, or do you think it's more intrinsic within the animal?
It could be a combination of both. I mean, that's a very good question. I don't have the answer. But all I know is you hear many people saying this. And another reason why, you know, we've also got to think, if someone posts, so why do people sell? And I mean, I'm just going to say this. I don't know if it's true, but it could be. If you're going to sell a shitty eater in your collection, so say this animal that I bought is supposed to be a yearling at 800 grams, or, you know, what happens if it was a fucking 3-year-old animal? Because I have some of those in my rack that I've bought that just, they don't fucking eat. And that's why they're in my rack, because I'm not selling it to fucking pawn it off to someone else. But this person, oh, hi, 2017, 800 gram fucking female. 2000, hi, how you doing? I'm inquiring. I think, you meant 2019? No, it's a 2017. It's a really shitty eater. It's only 800 grams. Oh, cool, I'll buy it. No one's going to buy that fucking snake.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or if they do, it's got to be stupidly half price because no one's paying fucking retail for a shitty fucking animal. Oh, well, I know that it's not going to sell. Now let me magically change it to 2019. 2019, 900 gram fucking female. Wow, now it's attractive. Someone spends their hard-earned fucking money, and guess what? Now you got a shitty fucking eater. I'm not saying people do that. Huh?
If you do that, you're a piece of shit.
Exactly. But you know what? Wow. And the funny thing is, I don't know who does that, but I'm saying I'm pretty damn sure it happens because I've seen it. And the funny part is you see Kijiji ads. Kijiji's like the Canadian version of Craigslist. Posting an animal, fight or fly inchy. You know, female. $400, $300. Nah, it doesn't sell. 5 months later, same fucking guy, it's hep pied now. How the fuck is it het pied for the last 6 fucking months? It wasn't. And now it's even at a more, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, where the hell did you find out it was het pied all of a sudden? You know, there's douchebag pieces of shit out there. Buyer beware. But because I tell you one thing, if I sell you a 150 gram animal and I can show you the clutch or you saw it on YouTube, hey, it's 150 grams. It's a 2021. You're not going to doubt me because here's the proof. You know, no one's going to sell you a $150 animal and say it's a fucking, you know, because it wouldn't last from the year before at that rate. So it's always good. You know what you're getting when you buy a well-started hatchling. And I think to your question before, if you start them early on a good, food response and a good, every 3-4 days or stuff like that, and it's used to that feeding. Where you bring somebody else's in that isn't, it might be hard for them to adapt to that feeding schedule or the sense. There could be so many things, Right.
Well, that's kind of why I made the YouTube channel also. Because once I had that Instagram live with you, where you're like, "Fuck it, just take it, just run away with the business."
100%.
I was like, if I plan on producing X amount of animals or animals that are a certain price, it'd be much better to have my face in front of people and just see what I'm producing. In other words, it's not a mystery animal. It's like, hey, I have this $2,000 pied animal. You have no idea where it came from. Now like, listen, I bought this animal from Ozzy Boyd. I raised it up. I had this animal. I bred them together. I spoke about the locks. I showed you the locks. Here's the clutch. Here's the animal you're buying. So that was a big reason why I started YouTube also. It's not only to document the journey, but also to show people, hey, listen, the animal you're buying, you saw it. You saw its parents when I got it as a hatchling. You saw the clutch being laid. You saw me cut it. Then you saw me shipping it to you.
Yep. I have a quick, it's a while back, but Chad from Richie's Recessives. EAD means eat a donut tonight only for Baker.
Yeah, I saw that.
EA Baker's dozen D's. Oh, love it.
I refuse to acknowledge it. I saw it before, and I just pretended it wasn't sent. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I missed any more. I'm sorry, I don't even see any.
I think there was one.
There was one. Yeah, I let it slide because we talked too much. I apologize. If someone pops it up, if someone says what it was, then I'll repeat it. But I don't want them to send it again. But one thing is, as far as feeding, Catherine came in to handle all my hatchlings and grow up. Well, mostly my hatchlings and some of my grow ups. So what happens is, she's there now. She's been with us now for 5 months now, 6.
We just hit 7.
Holy, see, time flies. Well, though, yeah, I guess so, because 3 months it's taken us to build this damn facility. Like, holy moly. But what happens is she's there, and she knows the schedule. She knows everything and blah, blah, blah. And, we have ones that are 4 or 5 months old, and the entire clutch is a shit eater. We got to assist feed, 4 out of 6 or 3 out of 6? Yeah. The whole clutch. Why? I don't know. It's just it's the whole clutch is a shitty eater. Then we always have one that was some of the enhancers that came out. They were slow starting. Now, bam! Like, who knows why? It's not like, oh, everything you produce is going to be the best eater. It's going to grow faster than everybody else's. We still have our own issues, but out of everything else, the way I like to feed my animals and the whole process, and watching them comparing to buying from other people and trying to bring it in, and the stress of that, and getting it on your feeding schedule, because don't forget, the rats that you get might be fed a different meal or different type of rat chow than mine. It could have different scents. So
if that happens, that's Sal from Gomez Pythons. That's his fault. We'll blame it all on him.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? I mean, the bedding that they use, the sense of the rodents, what they're eating. If somebody's making their own and they're using a certain in Missouri, and then someone over here is using another competitive line of rat chow or dog food or whatever hell they're feeding, you don't know. Those animals are going to have a different urine, a different smell, a different taste. This is what I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. Now you got an animal that's used to a different smelling rodent, and it tastes a little different because the way it was, what it was eating prior. And then you get a rodent here that's totally different. Now, who knows? I mean, there's so many different factors, but, That being said, but I would say 85, 90% are thriving.
Yeah. And we get them switched over eventually.
Yeah, and it's trying, and then you always have one that just you assist feed, and next thing you know, you come in and the thing's dead. Shit happens.
The one clutch that survived for me my first season, bro. I had hard belly. I had to assist feed 2 of them.
Yeah,
like it was just everything you could possibly imagine go wrong, bro. It was just I was like, this is. I remember texting my buddy Reptile Mike. I was like, am I like, should I just fucking quit, bro? Should I sell these animals, like rebuy a Jeep, rebuy my quad, and just like I'm a cop and that's it, Because it was hard belly. They were dried out. I had to add water to them. Then they wouldn't eat. I had to assist feed them. It was just a fucking shit show.
Oh, Jason from Morph Mixology sent a super chat.
I have it. He resent the message.
Where is it?
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Hey, y'all. Much love and respect to all the men and women in blue. Thank you for your service. Way to go, man. That's from Jason from Morph Mixology.
I would say I appreciate that greatly, and I think we owe everything to the men and women of the military.
Of the which?
Military.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, military, fire, the fire people in fire and rescue.
No firefighters.
Oh, yeah. I know.
We're not giving them any respect.
Okay. Well, I can. But I mean, everything, EMS workers, frontline workers, RNs, nurses, hospital staff. I mean, without everybody, and there's so many more that I'm probably missing, and I am definitely missing. There's so many people out there that, put their lives on the line and do things and go an extra mile to keep us moving. But yeah, military is where it starts, protecting the countries. And
so many first responders in this community. It's insane.
It is, and it's crazy. And I mean, you have to give them shout outs because you know what I mean? It's like, there's just so many people to give shout outs to, but I mean, people don't realize the amount of effort and putting yourselves at risk in situations and working crazy fucking hours. And I mean, it's a struggle on its own, just, what you do for a living.
Yeah, listen, it's worth it. You know what I mean? But there, once I put myself, I had contemplated going back and forth, especially in today's atmosphere when it comes to like the dynamic of how people view policing in general. And I wasn't going to put myself out there. And I got to a point where I was like, fuck, this is who I am. This is what I am. This is what I do. This is my vocation. It's more than just a job. And once I did that, people like cops came out of the woodwork. Cops, firefighters, paramedics, nurses, they came out of the woodworks when it came to like the hobby. And there were so many different like channels that I looked up to, whether it's Instagram or YouTube, that all of a sudden I realized, oh shit, like I actually work with these people. But there's a couple of NYPD cops that you wouldn't even know they're NYPD cops. And I'm not gonna, I'll
you're not gonna out them?
Are.
I know a few.
Yeah.
Let's out them. Let's out them. Ready? Go ahead. One for one.
No,
let's
I'm
out.
not doing it.
Let's out.
I'm
Come
not
on.
doing it.
Do it. Don't be a pussy. Let's do it. Let's out them. Let's out them. I'm just joking.
In all respect, he's about to retire, so fuck him. And he was a Queens cop, so he's not quite a cop. You're either a Brooklyn cop or you're not.
PD's Reptiles. # slow down and move over.
I know.
Oh.
For the stickers behind me.
Yeah. Guess who's in the house? Earl from Lone Star. He says, hey, y'all, how's everyone doing tonight? We're doing awesome, man. Thanks for showing up.
Taking my order logo. Yeah, send it over. Elliot, I believe Elliot's a good friends with Sal from Royalhighnesspythons.
Cool.
No.
Yeah. Earl.
Where did Austin and Elion?
Oh, they went for their water break. So when we run out of water, they go and get more water because I need water. But they're doing their 420,
Yeah. So
there they are. There they are. See that?
Come back. I have a special black chair that you can sit down in, and we can have a conversation. I'm so jealous of them. It's not even funny.
But no, I mean, I think there's so many different things. The way you feed an animal, what you're feeding it, I think has a lot to do with why they sort of thrive a little better than other animals that you bring in. But I've had a lot of success, and I continue to buy animals from other people because, you you need that extra bloodlines and the new genes and stuff like that. But all in all, I find, and I think I want to have my own holdbacks growing up. I mean, I think that's something that you're proud of too. And I hold so many back. And what's great about it is, you know, you don't have to spend money buying them. You just got to feed them, you know what I mean? And that's the key, man. Spend less and have more.
Well, that's what, you know what's funny? So I've been on and off with this chick for like 8 years, you know what I mean? And she's the only girl. I'm going to end up with this, you know, we're going to get married, et cetera, et cetera. She's also a cop, but she is a 4'11" Sicilian. Like, she's a type A personality, like nasty, like just alpha female. And I had to explain to her how much money I've spent on snakes so far, and then I had to justify it.
Fuck you! You! Oh my God, she has a gun, dude.
Yeah, I'm a better shot, bro. We can do that shit all day. Listen,
hey, honey, this is what I.
Dude,
I don't have those type of balls.
She's like, how much have you spent? And I'm like, $52,000. She's like, what? And then I had to explain to her how, listen, I'm going to produce these snakes. I'm going to hold that back and then breed them, and then I'm going to make more money. Be okay. And she's like, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That was an interesting conversation I had to have.
Yeah, but the thing is you do it and stuff, and you see how it actually escalates and turns in, and the stuff you hold back, and you know, look where you've come in a year or a year and a half. You know, wait till you see in 5 years where you are. You're gonna look back and go, "Oh my God, I fucking actually put this YouTube video out. What the fuck was I thinking?" You know, oh my God, look at that shitty fucking rack I had. Holy moly, look where I'm at now. You look back and you can, if you look back and you can't see a change, you know, especially year to year, but more so like 2 or 3 years. If you look back at your collection, what you're doing, where you're at, what you have, and you're basically in the same spot you were 2-3 fucking years ago, you're doing it wrong. Especially if you want to turn it into a business, you're doing it wrong. If you're housing it as a collection and you just want to do it and maintain and pay for itself, that's perfect, you know, because you're still, you know, you don't want to be going down, you know, you want to sort of, you know, lay flat line. But if you're trying to get into this to making money, to get into an investment, and you look back every year and you're still in the same spot with the same shit, with the same goals, you're not going to do well. I guarantee that. You have to keep elevating and pushing the boundaries and adding new stuff and holding stuff back. Money in your hand today isn't as worth as much as it is 2-3 years in your rack as a holdback. You know?
Well, people get so weird about it. I've noticed this. I've approached this the same way. Once, honestly, I hate to keep saying it, once I had the conversation with you on Instagram Live, I've approached this the same way. This is a really good hobby business where you make a lot of money. And once you start talking about that, people get so weird. And I don't think there's any reason that you can't have a hobby and a business that you really enjoy. You take care of the animals like thoroughly, and you make good money off it.
Correct.
The fact that it's so like taboo to talk about. It's like, why? Why is that taboo?
Because that's all we give a shit about.
But that's not true, you know. It's like,
I understand that, but try to explain that to one of those people that don't understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know, last year, between holding back animals, buying animals, and what I've put into the facility, and within the last 12 months, plus the stuff I'm trying to acquire, I'm about 1.5 million I've spent buying animals, holding animals back, and making the facility. Now, I love this fucking hobby, but do you think I'm going to go work and take my life savings out and invest a $1.5 million into stuff that I can't make money from?
Could have just bought a nice car.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, wow, no. I mean, you know why I do it? Because I love it. Because it makes money. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to buy better stuff, get better animals, grow better things, have a bigger staff. You know, we can do things now. We can start traveling more. I can start, you know, buying other things and other different things in this industry to make it better or help people out. Or that's what I want to do. And you know, nobody would be growing and buying ARS racks and stuff if there was no money in it, because we'll just keep them in the fucking Malamine that we made. That they're shitty, you know, especially 3-4 years later. But you know what? They work. Why would we invest to have better shit if we had to fucking work? You know what? We do it because it's an investment. And you know what? We're allowed to make money. You know, we're allowed to do this. I don't know why everyone's afraid of it. You know?
It's so weird to me. Like you mentioned, like I had a conversation with somebody, and this individual produced blue-eyed leucistic animals, okay? And that was her only clutch for the year. it was, listen, good for her. I was very happy for her. And I had sold my first banana head pie to this guy, Mikey, right? He was a young kid who's getting into it. And they really wanted a bell. And I was like, okay, listen, this person wants a bell. What do you think? Well, how do they take care of their animals? I said, well, he keeps them in aquariums, but he blacks out the sides, puts tinfoil on the top, heat pan with thermostat, does the right thing. Well, I want to make sure my animals go in a good facility. I said, listen, I'm telling you, it goes to a good facility. He said, well, I'm not in this for the money. I said, well, if you're not in it for the money, I'll buy the animal for $50, right? You know I take care of the animals really well. So just give it to me for $50 and you know it's got a good home. Oh, no, it's worth $400. Well, then I guess you're in it for the money, yeah? Because if you're not in it for the money, then give your animals away. That's the way I've always approached it.
We got, so Elliot Perez says, Baker, my daughter loves your logo, and the fact that you're a police officer makes you the ultimate cop. To her, if you could give her a shout out, her name is Nelly, I would appreciate it, brother.
What's up, Nelly?
That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that kids get involved and they're you know, they're the new us, you know, down the road, you know.
Yeah.
And if we can give them a nice community and guidance to learn, not get the shit kicked out of them and lose money and get beat up on Facebook when they ask a question. I mean, we're paving a community for the future for the young people and all the new people and you know, even older people that just say, oh my God, there's snakes that you can buy and breed. Cool. You know, we're paving a path for these amazing people. So that's cool, man. Shout out to Nelly. That's awesome.
Somebody else asked, what do I do specifically for PD? I've actually gotten this question a lot recently. So I figured I'd just address it now rather than people keep asking.
Yeah.
My only function in life is gangs and guns. That's my job is monitoring shootings, putting plans in place to essentially go and terrorize those gang members. And I do wake-up calls, search warrants. So I bang doors down and I execute search warrants and I take their guns away. That's my only function in life. I don't answer calls. I haven't helped people in years. That's why I like when people give me like the shout outs of helping the community. And I'll be the first one to say I haven't helped people in a while. I'm definitely the police, the part of policing where you don't hear about it a lot. We handle the shit when it's already too late. So that's the short answer.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, man. I mean, I bet you've been in some shitty situations. And you know what? It's funny because no matter how much you train and how much intel you have, when you go into a situation, you have no fucking idea what's going to be on the other side of that door or what's waiting for you. Or, I mean, it's scary.
Well, I have you want to hear a funny reptile story about a search warrant?
Oh, God.
Yeah, of course.
Did the snakes have
two of them
guns?
for you. So I pretty much what happens is this, guys. I missed it. What happened? What was said?
Go ahead, Elion.
I asked if the snakes had guns.
That's fine. I'll make 4 hours overtime off of them. So I flipped an individual. Long story short, I found a vulnerability. I exploited it, and he told me the information I needed to know. Okay. Now, he told me this individual was keeping guns inside of an iguana tank.
Oh, nice.
So when you hear iguana, what do you think? Like green iguana, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So I'm like, all right, no big deal. At this point, I had just started like collecting ball pythons. So we hit the door, we clear the house, everyone's in handcuffs, and now I have to go find this fucking iguana. So my sergeant's like, Babe, that's his bedroom. Go get the guns out of the tank, essentially. Now I open the door. As soon as I open the door, all I see is a long black tail. Okay?
Oh, no.
The base of the tail is probably about that thick. So I close the door and I look at my son, I'm like, it's not a fucking iguana. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's not an iguana. And like, now, mind you, he's like, well, we got to go in there. So I'm like, okay. So I open the door and I look. It's probably a 4 or 5 foot like water monitor. Like, head's like this fucking big.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, all right, like, they clearly let it live in this room. No big deal. As I'm looking at it, I'm approaching it. It starts blading its body. You know how they'll curl their body with the tail in front of them in case they want to whip you or whatever they want to do. So he's blading his body, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, ugh. So I made a conscious decision. I was like, all right, 2 things are gonna happen. Either this thing's gonna like tear me up, or it's gonna be somewhat normal. With that being said, I kept approaching it, started hissing a little bit. It bladed its body. and I reached my hand out. Once I reached my hand out, he kind of just tilted his head like this. I started scratching his neck. It was completely flaccid, completely calm. So if you want, I'll send you a video right now of me holding this thing and chasing my teammates around like a 60, 70 pound fucking water monitor in the middle of the projects in Brooklyn.
Oh, God. But was there actually guns in there?
Yeah, I got 3 guns.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so what they did is they buried them, I guess, in the substrate, you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
They go do a job, eh? They break into a bank. And it's like, you know, what the fuck, dude, man? That fucking gun smells like piss. Whose gun smell? Why does that smell like shit?
Like crickets.
Or it's rusted, you know, or urine.
There's cocoa inside of the
Crickets
barrel.
start coming
It's
out.
cocoa in the barrel.
It's just one of those things, man.
That's awesome.
I'll send you the video now.
Leland Riker. Smoke. Oh, no.
What? It's
There you go. So go ahead, Austin.
Smoke break, boys. Hi, everyone. Good job, Baker.
Aaron Keith.
Hi, Billy. Can't wait for my Orange Dream Yellow Belly and Chi Calico. Do you worry about humidity in the tub as long as there is no moisture built up on the sides or inside?
I worry about humidity in the tub. Well, if there's no moisture built up on the sides or inside, that's pretty good. If there's too much moisture built up, you're gonna see it on the sides.
Yeah.
So you the only time you really want to have extra moisture is when you're dumping the water bore or adding water or spraying or misting the animal because it's going into shed. Then you sort of, during that time when they're in blue, you want to see a little bit of condensation and humidity in the tub for that period. But other than that, you want to keep it 30 to 60, 45, 50,
Around 40 is good.
you want to actually have it where, the only time you really want to have it a little extra humid is when they're in blue and they're going into shed.
100%.
But then they'll also seek the water dish and they'll dunk and they'll seek that themselves. But by you assisting and throwing it on the cocoa or whatever other substrates you have, it definitely helps.
And I think it also depends on location too, because like if you're here in Canada, the winters are pretty dry, but if you're in Florida, it's pretty humid.
Like Earl, he said, he's got 80, 90, 100, humidity. He's trying to pump the shit out. He has way too much, and here we're trying to pump it in. So, it depends on where you live as well. But let's see. Yeah, that's it for that. So we do have a couple questions here also. Okay, this is from Irie Reptiles. What do you do to prepare to record your YouTube videos? What software do you use to edit them?
iMovie.
iMovie, and what do you use for equipment?
My cell phone.
Okay. What do you do? Do you prepare anything? What do you do to prepare to record? You just sort of
I
have a
write
ritual?
down- You want to see exactly what I do? I'll show you exactly what I do.
Do you use the iMovie app?
That's it, bro.
Oh,
Jeez.
Yeah,
yeah, that was.
Ready? All my videos is like I say something stupid, then I play that video that I paid for, and then I do like a brief introduction. It's literally
Yeah.
introduction, video, normal bullshit, and then I have like little like bullet points of what I want to say,
Mhm.
and then I try to adhere to that as much as I can. And then for most of the time, it's a lot of just like I just wing it and
Yeah.
cover the points I want to cover.
Yeah, well, we shoot with a Sony Handycam 16.6 megapixel.
It's called like a Sony AX53.
Look at you.
Can't find it, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
but
it's
something
what
like
it
that.
is.
And then we have a professional Rode Pro mic that's built in. The whole gear, is about $2K. And then you got to get the stand and everything else and the memory chip. So you're about $2,500 out the door. But I mean, it's a built-in stabilizer. You see the 4K. We don't shoot in 4K.
Yep.
We shoot in 1080. Shoot in 280. We shoot in.
The reason why is because some like computers that
Can't
people are
handle
using
it.
can't handle it.
But we shoot in 1080p. But it has capabilities of 4K. And then we now upgraded from iMovie to
Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro.
So it's pretty good. I wouldn't suggest like doing it straight from like the get-go.
Beginner, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't really know how to edit, I would suggest trying maybe using iMovie and getting used to it. and then taking that jump if you're really ready for it.
Yeah. And as far as shooting, we just go, hey, we got an idea, and then we turn the cameras on. We don't have any of that, you know. We just go, you know. We're like, shoot. Okay. Hey, it's everybody from Billy. Hey, it's everybody. Hey, everybody, it's Billy from Mutation. I'm just so used to saying it, but we don't write anything down. We just, okay, go.
I feel like you get better and better as the time comes. Because even for me in my videos, I don't really write anything down. And
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of had the gift of gab. Like, I mean, if you can be cross-examined on like a homicide trial, like you can make a fucking YouTube video. You know? Like, it's just like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
I get made fun of, like whatever.
That's awesome.
That's the way I look at it. You know, I also went to school for like secondary English education and stuff.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be a teacher, and then they offered me this job.
Nice.
Yeah, but so
the best thing is start with what you got. If you have like
100%.
an iPhone, there you go. You could use the iMovie app. You could use so many other softwares.
Yeah, and another good reason to do that, I mean, if you start using your phone, which you have anyways, you didn't spend any money.
Yeah.
You use your phone. We didn't have, I mean, all those videos when Austin was first at the facility, we used my phone and then hit upload to YouTube. There was no fucking editing. It was just shoot and send.
And
I remember those days.
Yeah, we had nothing. It was just shoot. We had no intro. We had nothing. We had no Lord of Lion. It was just film. Okay, cool. Upload. And that was it, right from the phone. But you want to do that because if you go out and spend $1,500, $1,000, $2,500, $5K, I mean, some of this shit's expensive.
Yeah.
And you go get it, and you do a video or two, and you're like, I don't like doing this.
Like 10 cents.
Yeah.
From like the ad revenue.
Yeah, you get nothing when you first start. But, you know, I don't want to do YouTube videos. Well, you got $2,000, whatever amount you got in equipment that you bought it without testing the waters. You know, I mean, your videos look great, and you're just using your cell phone, and the resolution and shit on cell phones are fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've at this point now that like, listen, I'm actually gonna probably do a video this weekend talking about like 1 year, like looking back at YouTube, and
Cool.
I'm gonna be honest about like how much I make and like what happened, and I'm probably gonna take some like honestly like I have a pastel entry blade leopard clown male back here that I bought off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like they paid for that snake, and like I'm gonna use that to buy a camera. You know what I mean? Like my phone is just like I have an IT nerd on my team. He's young, he's like 24, 23 years old, and he knows a shit ton more than I know about technology. And he's like, honestly, Vic, you can spend $800, $1,000 on a camera, and your phone can almost do the same shit that it does.
Yeah.
It's like, why bother spending that money? You know?
Yeah, it's when you want to upgrade to another thing, and especially if you start traveling. I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing anymore. Fucking hope so. But you start vlogging and going to things. You don't want to be walking around with your cell phone all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, it's a thing where I got it because I wanted the vlog. I started going to other people's places. You know, so that's another reason why I said, hey, you know what? I don't want to get this big camera gear and I have to figure it out. I'm not really technically, you know, into that kind of stuff or the way the cameras work, or a photographer, where now she is, so she could actually help me now. But, you know, I want something to shoot. I move around a lot. I want something with a stabilizer. I want something so fucking easy. Here you go. And I don't regret the purchase at all. I mean, they've been great.
Yeah.
So, you know, it depends. And then, you know, you see like Brian Cusco's gear. I mean, some of his fucking stuff and his lenses are like, some of his lenses are 3 times the price of my damn full setup. Like
at the end, like filming and even like photography, anything, it's also a hobby. Like
correct.
So like for me, I find joy editing videos. It's just something that I would have done even outside of Reptile and YouTube and everything else. It's just what I like to do.
Yeah. So you know what? See, you know, get it and see if it's what you want, and then if you do, you make that choice and upgrade. And if not, stick with what you're used to and what you like. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I've seen some of your video quality, and I mean, it's better than some stuff that people that actually have a high-end camera just don't know how to fucking set the features.
Well, you know what's funny is I think eventually once this COVID shit calms down, I want to go do like, because I'm gonna listen. It is what it is. I'm gonna exploit the NYPD thing as much as I can, so I can go to the Bronx Zoo and probably get into the reptile house and like get like behind the scenes like interviews. So like that's kind of what I want to do. So, but I'm not going to do that with my cell phone. So at that point, then I'll probably upgrade to like better equipment. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, 100%.
There's a whole detail in Bronx, in the Bronx Zoo. They're like, they're cops, like 5 or 6 of them. the Bronx Zoo NYPD cops. They work there. That's all they do. Like, how fucking cool is that? Like, those dudes just wander around the zoo in uniform. That's all they do all the time.
That's crazy.
I'd rather kick the fucking doors down and get guns off the street. I think that's cooler.
Yeah.
You could have like a series,
Yeah.
like I don't know if you could share the footage, but that'd be pretty neat.
I mean, I have a lot of footage. I could definitely send it to you guys, but
Yeah, you can't.
You can't share it.
it's definitely got to stay in your phone.
Yeah.
They want me to go get Shelby for some reason.
They want you to what?
They want me to go get my dog.
Oh,
Like
Oh.
they're all asking to get her.
Shelby is a rat dog.
You know what's funny? I feed live, and I'll drop rats sometimes, or they'll bite me, and I'll drop them. And she's a pit bull, but she's a pit bull terrier. She goes in a full terrier mode, bro. Without that dog, I would have lost so many rats in my house.
Oh god.
I'd be like, you're laughing, bro. Like I had to rearrange my fucking house like 4 or 5 times. Like I have a sectional couch. I had to move this thing. They're in the wall. They're fucking, they're in the radiators. I have Shelby running around sniffing them out. Without that dog, I would have like a rat infestation in this fucking.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Hey, it's funny. We just talked about this earlier, but we have another question from Morphed Ambitions. It says, can your feeder rat's diet influence your snake's appetite or feeding response? I would say, yeah. I mean, we have some rodents that we get from, different suppliers, and some animals only want the one from a certain breeder, and other ones will, some of them they don't really care, but there are some that just don't, it's like, they won't eat these ones, and it's like we try, and it's like, nope, and then the other ones come in, and it's, I do believe, I mean, I don't have any proof, but, you go to someone's house and they cook you a nice meal, and then you go to another place and, it's the same meal, but it's just not the same.
It's like the fish and chip place.
Ugh, do you really want to eat it? I mean, so I honestly think that what the animal, if it's stuck in a tub that, is filthy bedding, compared to one that's been changed, it's going to be sitting there and the fur's going to smell like urine. And, I think there's a lot of things that go with that. Like, the cleanliness of the rat, what it's feeding, because, the urine and the scent of that rodent is going to have a different smell because of the food, what it's being fed. So I honestly do. I don't have any proof, but it just seems logical to me that, what the rat's eating will influence the smell, the taste, and a few other things.
Even like the amount of protein that your animal's getting, the amount of fat from the rat.
I mean, just because it's eating, just because, 2 rats are the same size or the same weight doesn't mean that they're built with the same,
same
carbs and mass content, protein content, et cetera, et cetera.
Do you think ASFs are that much better for snakes?
Yes and no, I guess.
I believe there is fact that it's a better it's a better diet for your snake. I try not to use them only for my problem feeders because I want to sell rodents. I mean, I want to sell my snakes that are on normal rodents and rats, Norwegian rats that people, have, that they're so accustomed to, so they don't have to go, I don't really want to get into this. I don't want to get a different type of rodent, et cetera, et cetera. But there's people that I know that feed their entire collection on ASFs, and they have no issues. They grow just the same. They're healthy. They're perfect. It's to what you want to do with your collection.
Yeah, and maybe even having like the option to offer ASFs, because once they're on ASFs, it's kind of hard to like give them something else. They're kind of like
some go back, some stay on them.
Yeah,
I had two snakes that are on ASFs only. Like it's my fault. Like I have an ODYV fire girl, clown girl, who will only eat ASFs. That Aussie pie boy only eat ASFs. That's my fault. I try to get them up to size a little quicker, maybe. Offer them those ASFs, and like now, if I put a regular rat in there, wants nothing to do with it, I throw an ASF in there, they're all over.
Yep.
But you could do something that Catherine did the other day, and she just scented some of the ASF like fur onto a rodent, and then
I just throw one ASF in with like 5 different rats.
Yeah, basically, that's sort of like what she did, and it worked.
Yeah, I feel like I fucked up in that regard.
Or even just put their bin close to the ASF bin, so they still smell it, but they'll take the normal rat.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
anything with scent or anything like that.
It could work. It could.
Yeah, you could also put a couple like rats. You put them into the tub, and let them mingle in the tub with the other So they're on the bedding, they're in with the other ASFs, and that'll help scent them as well.
A lot of people say you can just use the ASF bedding. So if you get a bag of bedding and put it in the freezer, and you can just scent the rest of your rats.
Oh, see? Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things. 4S Python. 4S's Pythons, Bateman says...
Okay. I don't know. It looked like you were going to read it. What ARS rack would you recommend for 40 to 50 adult female ball pythons? And roughly, what's the price without shipping?
You're probably in the U.S., so without shipping, I think they actually raised their prices a little.
25, I think.
I don't know. I know they were like $21.95. If anyone is buying an ARS rack, I recommend getting the E installation or the E upgrade.
That's what I have.
Yeah, it's a $5 per level upgrade. It's definitely worth it. Highly recommend. And if anyone's out there, I did a video on it, but buying a 50-40 rack or a 55-40, or even a 70-30. Yeah, so they raised it up a few $100.
Well, I've noticed this. Like, I have a couple of bigger girls, and I have a normal, I call Big Mama. She was 4,000 grams. After her clutch, it's only about 3,500. It's too small for her in a 540. I feel like up to 2,600 grams, I start noticing like it's tight. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I definitely want to get to 70 pounds.
Yeah, I do. So in the 55-40s, which I have, I'll keep an animal up to 35. Anything like 3.5 or 4,000, you put into the 70-30.
Do you think that my bigger girls are good with 540s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way. I never even had the 55-40s. I actually went to ARS 50-40s, and I've been breeding animals in 50-40s for the last 6 years. So
Fair enough.
I had 9 50-40s, which are smaller than the 55-40s. I've had 9 of them, and I had one 70-30. And then I raised the level on each one. Mm-hmm. So basically, 9-to-1, I had the smaller compared to the bigger ones. And sometimes you'll move them from the 50-40s or the 55-40s, and you put them in the 70-30 series, the bigger ones, and they look so small and they don't want to fucking eat. Guess what? Back to the smaller tub. So you just got to see that. And so, it works for some animals, some of them don't. But it is stressful to move them when they're so used to growing up in a place for a year or so. And then you move them. Some of them, no problem. And then other ones just don't feel like eating. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, I was contemplating, because right now I have this rack pretty much filled up, and I have a 70 series 8 level tub, which is the Vivarium electronics tubs. And I was going to buy a 70-30 rack and just move all my breeder girls over there. But if you're saying that maybe like,
if they're big, like 35, 4,000 and up, then yeah. But I prefer the smaller, 55-40s or the 10-40 series from ARS. I mean, Freedom Breeder, which I just have now. The longer, deeper tubs, they do well. They breed. They lose weight. They gain it back up. And, they thrive. They do well, to the point where I wouldn't change as much. But now, that being said, we did order a lot more now because a lot of stuff that we're holding back is, so the bottom 3 levels of every rack is going to be 9 tubs of the 30 series. And then the 11 racks, 11 rows above are going to be, 4 in each level. And they're the 10-40s, which are basically the 55-40s of ARS. So 9 times, we're going to have what? 9 times? We're going to have 81 70-30 tubs. And then 11 times 4 is 44. 44 times 9 is 426. Let's do this.
That's me.
Come on, man. Let's do this. Hang on.
We're all looking at each other.
Let's see this.
I didn't take geography.
Let's see how close I am.
I didn't take geography.
44.
396.
396. Mm-hmm. So I said 426. So I got the 6 right. So I'm off by 30. Yeah. So that way, so we have 396 plus 81. So we have 477 breeder female spaces. That's our cap. I thought it was 500, but
Let's do 400 clutches.
yeah.
I actually, you know, I right now. So I have 4 bedrooms in my house, and I had like a small bedroom that was like, honestly, it wasn't really a bedroom. It has a closet and it's super tiny. I outgrew that. I put it in this bigger bedroom I'm in now. And long story short, dude, like what's happening now is I own a house. My girlfriend owns a house. Ultimately, I can make like 80 grand off my house right now. So I'm probably gonna sell my house now and move in with her and put money into the house, so it's even. She has a detached 2-car garage in her backyard that ultimately the compromise was I can't keep any space in the house, but she's gonna give me that 2-car garage to convert into like a reptile room.
What are you waiting for? That's sick.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
I
fair
mean, I'm
trade.
really excited about it, and it's like it's just a whole new project, and it's all if I take over a 2-car garage, I fill that thing up, like I'm doing pretty well with this whole shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, what's great about it, you see how your journey is, like, just getting a rack in the same room. If you're in the same room for 3 years and you know what, you finally get a new rack, it changes the whole dimension of
Yeah.
the room. It's like, wow, I got new racks. And then, now you're actually going and getting a new spot. It's almost like a facility. Now it's custom made and it's next level. And it's like, wow. And look where you're at. And it's just amazing how you're constantly growing and moving forward in the right direction, So, I mean,
Well,
it's awesome.
That's the decision I have to make because it's once you make that decision, then it's like, all right,
No
that
turning
2-car
back.
Garage. Yeah, at that point, it's like, all right, we're either doing this or we're not because you're sacrificing the whole building on the property for this business. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
I
cool.
already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start gutting that thing and turn that thing into a nice little facility. So.
But yeah, anybody that's thinking to go get ARS when you're buying the hybrids, they come as a 1065. The hatchlings are 1065. So most people get that, and then they order a 5040 or a 5540. If you put them side by side, the 1065 is about 4 inches too low, and if you have OCD, it drives you nuts. So what you want to do is you want to order an extra level on the 1065 hybrids. I'm talking hybrids only. So if you order a 1065 hybrid and add an extra level, when you push it side by side to either a 1030, a 7030, or a 5040 or a 5540, you're basically like, a quarter inch in height difference. When you push them together, it's not like, holy fuck, one's 4 inches lower. It looks silly. Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So order an extra level, people. Have them fucking relatively the same height.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip.
Just a tip. See how it feels for a second.
Yep. Black smoke reptiles. Oh, where'd it go? There we go.
Really appreciate what all you do for the small breeders like me and helping us to move forward with our goals. Stay safe out there, Baker.
Sweet.
Thanks, bro.
And then House of Bearded Dragons. Give us it's a pair, right? I fucked that up
Yeah.
last time. Yeah, it's a thumbs up pair. It's a pair that's it's what they call the super sticker.
Yep.
And it's a pair, female pair, giving you a big thumbs up.
I don't know if it's female.
I know.
Where do you get the female from?
Well, it has some sort of bandana on
Those are
its
the-
head.
It's the leaves.
Well, no,
That's just the leaf.
Oh, it's a leaf.
no, but I think
Okay.
it does have a bandana though.
Yeah, I think it does.
Like or a white like headband.
I don't know, but I mean that looks feminine.
I don't know. It looks neutral to me.
All right.
I wouldn't be hanging out with that
It's
pair.
a workout strap.
You know what I mean?
It's like the gym straps.
trying to lose weight.
Sweatband.
He's trying to lose weight.
I guess. I don't know.
Here.
I see it. But
I guess. I don't know. It's a very feminine pair. I'm just
I mean,
gonna
it
say
is.
that.
It is wearing lipstick. It looks like it in this.
Is it?
in
I
this
don't know.
pose.
I'm looking
That's the tongue.
6 feet away on a 1 inch.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
But
You
who
guys
knows?
have a monitor in there? That makes sense.
Yeah, we got a big. Let's show you the room. Hold on.
But yeah, who knows? I'm still confused about this pair.
It's a pair with a sweatband on its head.
Yeah, it's confusing.
So tell them what that is. That's the TV on the wall.
TV on the wall.
That's the
Then we
TV.
got like the studio.
You got this.
I can't see anything. All I see is you moving a webcam.
You have to see it
you
later.
You have to see the other.
You have to see that camera.
Was it
Oh, I'm
two
getting
stars
fucked
of the
with.
show?
Got it.
The stars of the show.
The money makers.
Slacker of the show.
Slackers. No.
Oh, look at that.
You know, then we got our setup here.
She's always sitting.
You know, we got our board here.
Excuse you.
You got our jet right here.
Jet.
You guys want to do the jet fun?
There's the other computer that we did have up and running.
It's kind of naked.
Oh, here.
Why is it
My
naked?
pants.
Look inside of it.
Yeah.
Not looking inside of it. I don't know where you had this, so. There we
It's
go.
not bad.
Look at that.
Your
Sick.
YouTube live room is about the size of my reptile room.
Yeah, it's the podcast room. So
Which one? This one?
Podcast.
Yeah, because he also has we have a YouTube room too.
yeah, we have the YouTube room. I mean, I think we're gonna move this over to the facility. I just want to make sure we have good connection, connectivity and stuff, and not have a shit show like earlier.
Yeah.
You guys want to see my reptile room? I can move my webcam.
Sure.
Let's see this.
All right, it's a little messy, so bear with me.
Nice.
What? You didn't fucking clean it beforehand? Oh my god, you're such a
Yeah.
you're such a shitty YouTuber. Fucking,
So
oh my
that's
god.
the incubator. That's
Oh my
supposed
god,
to
what a
actually-
mess. The paper, look at that. It's
No,
not even
that-
closed.
That's the mess right there.
Oh
Oh,
my
no,
god.
the turtles
Oh
just-
my god, I'm
Yeah.
having a heart attack. I thought I saw poop. Oh my god, is there poop in there? Oh my god.
There's definitely
You're such a
shit
shitty YouTuber.
You want to see a sleeping tortoise? There you go. Out cold. But that's the actual incubator that's going to work and not kill all my snakes.
Nice.
That's why it's hot in here. I'm sweating. And those are the rats that I actually breed.
Nice.
Then my tortoise. And Shelby's actually in here.
Oh, hey, there you go.
There
Give
she
me
is.
a rat.
Yeah, pretty
Basically.
much. And that's it, guys. That is really it. Then my rack's over here. And then I have the quarantine rack in my kitchen, believe it or not. So.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all I'm
Contaminate
working
your
on. Oh yeah, no, it's bad. Like right in my kitchen, there's just 8 levels of like 70s, 70s series.
Wait,
stuff.
whatever works, man. We do what we do, man. I know so many people that have converted their traditional dining room into their who eats at the dining room anymore?
That's
You know?
crazy.
you listen. You walk in my house, the first thing you see is like a big blue line flag. Then there's my reticulated python in the corner. Then there's the "Don't Tread on Me" flag on the wall. Like then there's like there's a boa like in the corner over here. Then like 8 levels of like ball python quarantine. My house is a giant man cave.
Yeah, there you go.
Sick.
That all gets fucking thrown away when you move in.
Dude, listen,
That's not coming here. That's not Yeah.
You have to
Well,
take over
that's-
the
that's-
garage.
well, that's the compromise. The compromise is
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have as many ball pythons as I want because she secretly watches my channel. And then if you notice, my channel always gets at least 1 thumb down. That would be Michelle. And she secretly watches it, so she knows what the retic is, the reticulated python. So the compromise, I can have as many ball pythons as I want. I just can't have any animals that can eat dogs or children. So I have to get rid of my reticulated python.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out. She's
Yeah.
pretty cool. She's a bitch, but she's pretty cool.
Yep. No, I mean, a lot of people out there, especially when starting, and that's what's good. I mean, I wasn't able to document the stuff that I did when I started and what I had to do in my rooms. I do have pictures, and I have posted like this. Look at my different, facilities or my setups over the years. I'll post it again soon too. We should do like a thing like, hey, look at where we are now. Look what we've done, and just find some of the older pictures. But it's amazing where you can actually look back and see where you started. And it's funny because if people are getting in this industry and they're so ashamed, I don't got professional racks, I can't post my animals. It's, I don't have fancy high end ones. Yeah, but so many other people don't. And you don't really have to, wait to post about what you love. And, if you have an animal that's a piebald, and even if it's a male, if you love that animal, post it. I mean, it's your start. Don't sit there, and I'm glad, people like you document it because it's like, hey, look at this guy. Oh, shit, look where he started. Holy fuck, I got more than him. wow, you know, I mean, somebody could, you know, start saying, oh, I don't want to post, and they got 20 animals, and then here you are on your fucking couch with 7. And then now they're going to go, holy shit, this guy, look at him now. Fuck, he started with 7 on his couch. Mine looks better than that. Wow, now it give, you know, your post can give them confidence to start doing what you're doing, or at least don't make them feel so shitty about what they have. But you should not feel shitty of what you have or where you start, because we all start at the same place, buying a fucking snake.
Yeah.
My first snake was a fucking normal. Look where I am now.
My first snake, I snuck a ball python into my mom's apartment when I was like 13, 14 years old. And then it took a high. I was a big turtle guy. That's what I did. I had turtles. I had a sulcata originally, and alligator snapping turtle. I had Mississippi map turtles, Wachita map turtles, all types of shit.
You didn't name them, did you?
What's that?
Did you name them?
Nah.
This is, you know, what is it, like the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that doesn't own a turtle, you know, or at least and they name it like, you know, Michelangelo.
I have to name that sulcata.
What's the name of the Ninja Turtles?
Donatello
and
Michelangelo.
and it's just a common thing. That's why I figured, hey man,
Something Leo.
Yeah.
I need to name the sulcata. I mean, she's like 5 years old, 30 pounds. She has no name. She's just a turtle. That's what she's referred to as.
Call her Speedy.
Yeah, we got to come up with a name for her.
Speedy.
I feel bad.
you know what you do? You want to get some good views. And another thing too, guys, like he's got so much work on fucking YouTube. You know, he's already got, 3,700 subscribers or subscribers.
But I don't know.
Yeah, man. Like all the work this guy's putting in. I mean, you know what? You got to follow him, and I mean, I
Almost
think
3,800.
yeah. But I mean, you know, you see the difference between, you know, putting work in to Facebook or Instagram. You're at over 10,000, and all you have to do is take a picture and do stuff and post.
Yeah,
the amount of shit that you got to do for YouTube and get it out there, and all the work, 187 fucking videos, and you only got 3,700 people, and it's 4 times the work. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it's one way to look at it. I've noticed when it comes to social media or like YouTube or like Instagram, it's all about consistency. If you fall off at all, you're not going to hit the algorithm. I was told once you get to a certain point, YouTube kind of takes over the algorithm for you. And I haven't quite hit that point. But they were saying once you get there, you kind of just snowball. So we'll see what happens.
yeah, but you keep doing what you're doing, because no matter what, you know, people will actually see and they want to see material. They want to go back and they want to see your journey, and they start going back and binge watching, and you know,
Yeah.
It's awesome. But for you to post stuff where you begin, and I tell this to people even when they're starting, you know, Instagram. Oh, I don't have great racks. Oh, I feel stupid posting it. It's not a high end animal. Yeah, and you know what? 70% of your audience can fucking relate to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like everybody's a big breeder. Like, you know what I mean? And we all realize that's where we started too. So don't be shy.
It's really nice to see big channels, right? It's really nice to see somebody like yourself who literally has like close friends that are employees, and you have 2,000 animals, 3,000 animals. But I feel like there's also something really nice to see the guy that just bought his first normal, bought his first like pied, and then
100%.
system, and then just starts growing from there. I mean, you all kind of had to come from somewhere. You know?
Yeah, and people forget that. And the thing is don't let, you know, my success or what I've done take away that enjoyable feeling of having that first fucking snake, or, oh my God, like, you know, don't let my collection, you know, piss on your parade. And I don't ever put anybody down when they buy a purchase, you know, or purchase a smaller or lower end animal, even if it's a first. I treat those people probably with a lot more, you know, help, because they need it and guidance more. I put more effort into the first time people, or people that just want to get into breeding. That's what I do, because if I sell you a snake, you know, or you or Ozzy or anybody else that is doing this, and you know, they breed their own, they don't need to, hey Billy, you know, when did it eat last? What does it eat? And you know, they're not going to ask those questions. Hi, you know, can I get the mom and the sire, or sorry, the dam and the sire, and the birth date, and they just want to know it's healthy and it's the genes that it is, and they don't worry about when it last ate, because when it comes in, they know how to take care of it. What size meal did you feed it? the new people need that. So you really put more effort into those sales and helping guiding those people. Well, you should. I mean, that's my philosophy. And you need to do that. But I never say, oh, cool. Oh, you're only buying a $200 snake. I never I make them feel like they're buying a fucking monsoon. And that's how you should do. I mean, because they're getting their first animal, or, you want to give them that experience, because it's like, I went to this guy, he has all these fucking snakes, and I spent $200, which, it's my first snake. It's all I had at the time. And he treated me like I was a piece of shit. Well, guess what? They ain't coming back. And two, they're going to tell all their friends, and guess what? They're not coming. So the worst thing you can do is shit on someone's experience. And, I truly believe if you are excited about what you have, post it. Don't be ashamed that you have handmade racks, or melamine racks or PVC, because you know what? Like your journey, you can see where you started and you can see where you are now. And I think it's great that you do it. And I love that. I love that you do it raw. You do it with a phone, Hey, this guy's doing it. 187 fucking videos in. Look where he's at now. And he's using a goddamn phone. Nothing fancy. So guess what? What's stopping you from doing it?
Well, right. I mean, there's so many people that say, like, I want to start a YouTube video. When I first got into ball pythons, I met a guy in Craigslist named Saul. He has a company named Saul's Balls, and he had a YouTube channel for a while, but he doesn't post often. I'm like, yo, you just got to start posting. Like, there's so much content. You just document what you're doing throughout, like, the journey, and just document your day-to-day, like transitions between different equipment or snakes and feedings. And I mean, the content is like, there's no limit to what you can actually. Listen, it's YouTube and social media. For some reason, people put it on a different platform. They like, it's beyond you. It's beyond Instagram, beyond Facebook. I guess because you can get monetized, you can make money, or you're actually like videotaping things. But at the end of the day, YouTube is a social media platform. So if you treat it like social media and just document things, like as you post daily on Instagram, you just document things and put it in a video format, it shouldn't be treated differently than Instagram just because you're actually making a video. I think people get afraid of that. Putting themselves out there. It's much easier to put a picture up than film yourself.
Correct. I mean, it's not for everybody,
And getting over that fear is not as
hard.
It's hard. Like it just takes a couple.
It's there.
Yeah, it just takes a couple more, like videos, and you getting used to in front of the camera, and eventually you just are not as nervous as in front of it. And the best way that I did at the beginning was, I always told myself, like, if I
don't look in the mirror.
No. If I don't like the video, I won't upload it. So I would record the video as if I wasn't going to upload it. But then as I'm editing it and rewatching it, I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good. And then I'll upload it.
See, that's
so just to make myself feel more comfortable, I would just like...
Let me just do it for the shit of it.
Yeah, just because...
Not for the purpose of putting it out and then grow your confidence.
Yeah, and if it's good, I'll put it up. If not, I'll just delete it.
Yeah, but no, I just love... Go ahead.
I've never watched my YouTube video.
Yeah.
I film them, and I know it's halfway decent. I'll edit it together with my bullshit intros, and that's it. I've never watched it till I make sure it's good first. Never once.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's great that people are out there, but a lot of things that I'm seeing too, everybody thinks they need to have a YouTube channel. Everybody thinks they need to have a live on Instagram. Everybody thinks they need to have a podcast. You don't. There's so many things to do. You don't have to. Ozzy doesn't have a podcast. Ozzy doesn't have a YouTube. Look at him. Justin Kabilka doesn't have a podcast, but he has YouTube, But he's not out there grinding, putting stuff out. But the stuff that he does put out when he does, it's fucking damn. I mean, it's untouchable. It's, it's done. It's this themed. I mean, he puts a lot of detail and effort into that production, So, he isn't doing, I got to put out a fucking video every day. I got to have a podcast. There's so many ways to do this, to be known, to be great at this. You don't have to get into everything, and if you do get into everything, I know because I am into everything, it's not all that fucking easy. And, when we do it, we're not doing it the greatest we could if we just had, but that's the way we go. We just roll with it. Yeah. Look at our podcast. I mean, from number 1 to now, we still like today, welcome 30th episode, the first fuck up that we had to switch over, but look what we got out of it, Yeah. You're always going to do better.
What made you start YouTube?
Well, back in the day, it was filming. You know, I just wanted to sort of document stuff because to me, it was a whole new era. Like, you know, we didn't grow up taking fucking pictures of our snakes or filming shit. And it was like, wow. But one of the things is I wanted to start, I had people that would always send, you know, can I get pictures of the, you know, I have something for sale. Yeah, can I see, you know, some other pictures? So I take different pictures of the snake. And then they'd say, hi, yeah, do you know, do you have pictures of the parents? Yeah, sure. Take pictures of the parents. You have it on eggs? Yeah, cool. Okay, you interested? It's like, yeah, let me think about it. Cool. And then like fucking a month or two later, hey, Billy, isn't that your snake? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like all the pictures I sent this fucking person, they're using it to sell a snake that I have in my collection or I sold. You know, it wasn't to them. So, you know, people were taking my photos that I'm just handing over. Here you go. Sure, here's it on here. Here's this, here's that. And they're just collabing it and, you know, fucking scamming somebody with my pictures. So I'm like, well, fuck, you know what I'm going to do from now on? I'm going to start documenting it and cutting it. Like, because people were like, are you sure you produced those animals? Yeah, I did a, you know, here's an egg cutting video. Take a look. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. So that was my way of sort of documenting it. And you know, now if somebody says, hey, man, how did you produce those dreamsicles? Go watch the fucking YouTube video, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's documented. You see it. We zoom in. We go, oh, I think it's this. We you know, it's something that's documented. And it just, we got better and better. And it's like, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's teach people this. And so many people were saying, oh, my God, I learned so much from your video. And just talking, like we're talking here. Well, I'm talking, you know. I do that so well, you know, but everything we say, like me and you, when we're talking and, you know, the odd time they chip in, when we say something, we're not even trying to help people. We're just talking about snakes and cool shit. Yeah. And what we say, other people can say, holy fuck, I never, did you hear what Billy said? Or did you hear what, you know, Devin said? Or did you hear what somebody said? Like, I never knew that. And we're just talking, shooting the shit because we know what we're doing, but somebody else can learn from something just from us talking. And then, they're like, oh, I didn't know that. Let me research it up, or let me reach out to some other people. And now they're learning about something that they may never have fucking discovered, you know, until down the road or it's too late, that we just say in common talk.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's great to have, you know, YouTube and stuff like that, because people messaging me saying, hey, that's a great tip. I'm like, what tip? Well, that when you you know, you did this and you did that. And I'm like, oh, I just do that all the time. Oh my God, I learned that so much from that. And then holy shit. So now we started saying, hey, what else can we sort of teach people? But then I also got into the thing where when I start saying stuff, I figured everybody watching me knows exactly what I'm saying. And that's not always the case. So now I'm trying to back it up where the new people that are coming in, we're trying to speak in a little bit, hey, this is what heterozygous means, and this is het, it's short form, and, you know, it's not a visual, you know, it's a recessive gene, and we're trying to help educate people.
Like give more details.
Give more details so that they're like, what the fuck are these? They got cool snakes, but I have no fucking idea what these guys are talking about.
Yeah.
You know, we always assume that when we talk, everybody knows exactly what we're talking about. And that's not the case because it's such an open platform.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think people that watch your channel, there's definitely guys like me when I first found your channel, and there's probably people that are equal level with you, where, like you said, there's a wide range of spectrum of people that understand different things of what's going on when it comes to the hobby and breeding. So, I mean, people, like, even when I first got into it, like, I would hear all these things that you're talking about now, and you kind of just crash and burn, and you kind of just figure it out as you go. You have no other choice, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, I like to make sure people are doing well and how to invest and what to do, but I'm also saying, hey, guess what? This isn't just spend your money and fucking watch it roll in. I mean, there's work. You can have the best fucking animals and make amazing stuff, and nobody knows how to get a hold of you, or you don't promote yourself, or you're a fucking douchebag, and people aren't going to, I got this, and this. But yeah, but you're a fucking asshole. I don't want to give you my money. I'd rather wait till next year or give this guy more, and I'll pay him more than pay for yours because you're an asshole. People do that. I mean, now when people have, you know, people don't realize like this is like a commodity. This is, you know, they're living animals, and we love them, but it's a product. It's a sale. People don't go in and buy a sale and get treated like shit, and they're going to say, oh, I can't wait to fucking get treated like shit and buy another one. Yeah. It's like, I'm never fucking going with this, or you're going to lose a sale. If you walked into Walmart and said, hey, how you doing? The greeter said, fuck you. Fuck you. What the fuck you? And then you go in and you grab something and you go back and you walk to the cashier. Hi, yeah. How you paying? Cash. Fuck you. Those are shitty fucking. Why you eat that shit? I'd be like, what? I'd walk out of Walmart and go, what the fuck? I would never want to go back. My experience was shitty. Like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, people, like, we breed snakes, guys. Like, we're the weird people in society, right? If I tell somebody, like, we'll be bullshit at work, and, like, I get just, listen, I'm 6'1", 300 pounds. Like, most people won't say much to me in person, right? But I get abused by people when I'm like, oh, I have 60 snakes in my house. Like, oh, you're fucking weird. Oh, you're a serial killer, you know? It's like, so when people have these
where do you stick those snakes?
Right, yeah. Like,
I'm sure you get that one.
Yeah, like that skin snake, you faggot. You know, it's just like, all right, bro, whatever. And it's one of those things where it's like, people get these egos about it. Just because you have a more expensive animal, you have more animals. Like, you keep and breed snakes. Like, drop the ego, be humble, and just be fucking nice to people. Because that person buying an animal from you, whether it's $200 or $10,000, they have the same hobby as you.
Correct.
You're not better than them because you have 2,000 animals or 100 animals or $1,000 animals. Like, just don't be a dick. And I've run into that too. People just have egos about this shit. It's like, bro, you keep and breed snakes. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and the funny thing is you know what? They're spending, a certain amount of dollar now. But they get the hang of it. They learn. They do well. Now they're fucking trying to spend $15,000, $20,000 on snakes.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Who am I shopping with? Not that fucking asshole because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Not this guy because he made me feel like I'm fucking useless. And believe me, I've been there.
Yep.
Like, I wasn't Mutation creation 20 years ago. And some of the shit that I had to put up with and some of the fucking people that I won't name, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Look at me now, motherfuckers. You know what? You're not getting any of my money, and you never have.
It was sort of the same thing because I used to go to expos even when I was a kid, right? And I would just get like random reptiles and here and now and then. But then when I started like vlogging it, like no one was really vlogging the expos like here in Canada.
Yep.
And yeah, you would get like the few odd like vendors that would kind of like turn you down. And I was still a kid, kind of like just wanting to vlog the thing. And yeah, like now that I'm going to the expos,
Yeah, now, oh my God, they jump in front of your camera instead of telling you to fuck off.
Yeah, but I'm
what
like,
I mean?
I'm not going to record you.
Yeah.
Like you turned me down the first time, I'm not recording you now.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's human nature too sometimes. I don't understand it. Like, the competitiveness. I understand it because it's in us, but, pick and choose what you want to be competitive. You want to be competitive? Go fucking join a sport. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to come into our hobby to become the competitive. Like, hey guys, you know what? Blah, 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 blah. You don't want to get into this hobby to be competitive. You want to get into this hobby because you fucking love it. You love what you do. It's amazing what you can do. And you can see where people go. Look what you've done in just a year or a year and a half. Watch where you are in 2 years from now. Look what I've done in 18. With a lot of bullshit for the first 7 or 8. Look at Elion 2-3 years later. Austin, you know what I mean? Like, these guys can go off on their own and do fucking amazing things in years to come. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like, you have to compete. You have to sort of earn your dues. You earn your dues by working and loving what you do, and you get there. Now, not everybody's going to be successful. Not everybody is going to, turn this into a business.
Everyone can.
You can. But, it's not like every restaurant that opens is still around 20 years later. It's not, it's what you put in, the work, your ethic, what you believe in, the way you invest, the way you treat your customers, the way you answer emails. It's more than just a fucking one cart train. There's so many different carts to the train that if you don't have all those pieces together, it's not going to work the way you want it. You got to have a little bit of everything, and you're always going to, I'm getting better at it. Like, without Kat, the last, I wouldn't have any animals up. We just posted, 100 some odd animals? I don't have the time to do it right now. There's other more important things, and I'm working on those, and, she just added those on. It's like we're always behind, and then there's more stuff that we need to do. So you're always growing and learning and moving forward. And if you don't, you're going to sit still and watch everybody else do well, and then it's just going to shit on you more.
Well, the thing is, I think people get into this hobby, and they're like, they think it's a quick buck. I think they think that they look at guys like you or Ozzy or like Reptile Creations. They think you're gonna make a lot of money, and they don't realize it's gonna take 3 or 4 years before you start making money, and it is actually a lot of work. Like even with 40 or 50 snakes, I have to spend, I would say, at least 10 hours a year, bare minimum, just spot cleaning, water swaps, pairing, documenting shit, or making YouTube videos. And if I have 40 snakes, I'm spending that much time here. Never mind if you want to take it to the next level. I think people don't have like the balls, like put in that much effort and time.
Yep. Yeah, and here's something right now. Lily N, she posted, I did not know what 1.0 and 0.1 went. 0.1 meant it means male and female. And she asked, the breeder simply replied, it clearly says in the post. You know what I mean? At SMH, please read. Yeah. And that's the thing. I've made that mistake just on YouTube. Oh, this is a 1.0, this and that, and blah, 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 66% het. I assume everybody understands the language I'm speaking. But there's people out there that are new, and I didn't realize that. I just figured, oh, I'm just talking about snakes, and everyone that I'm talking knows what I'm talking about. It's not and I realized that, and that's why I've sort of changed a little direction. But so many people, is it a male or a female? Oh, it's a 1.0. What does that mean? There's one of them? No, it means male. Then you get into it. So you got to realize that not everybody knows our lingo. Not everybody knows these genes. Not everybody knows that spider has a wobble, or stuff of this and stuff of that. You can't breed this to breed that. We need to educate those people and let them know so that they can learn and teach other people that are coming in and feel comfortable that, hey, we all started. I didn't know what 1.0 and 0.1 was when I fucking bought my first snake. Did you? Right.
I discovered that by mistake. Actually, I discovered it at an expo in White Plains. Someone had it was like a bin. I won't say a bin. It was like a fucking little box of like 7 snakes, and it said like 3.4. What the fuck is 3.4? And the guy wasn't an asshole. He's a little mom and pop shop, and he slowly broke it down for me. He was like 3 males, 4 females. That's what that means. If you see 0.1, that's a female, so forth and so on.
Yep. Antoine from High Desert Pythons, man. Baker is one of the guys that keeps me on my toes. I appreciate your work ethic, big dog.
That dude is a Marine.
Yep.
I have nothing but respect for the military, bro. That dude, like, there's several people that started like the same time as me. It's like him, Gomez, Shane for Small Town. All these guys start around the same time, so we're all like going neck and neck, and we always support each other. Everyone's always super cool. It's really nice. Yeah,
no, and it's great that you don't have to have any sort of background in this hobby. You can start. You can come from any part of the world. You can, there's no finish line. There's no, here's a guide what you have to do, and you have to follow it. There's so many paths, so many things. You don't have to be a big breeder. You can be small. You can be a boutique breeder. You can be a collector. Enjoy it and learn and love what you do. Love the animals, and let your path. Don't choose your path. Let it take you there. But if you do have something where you want to reach, you should look into how to reach it. I want to be as big as Billy one day. Cool. Well, if you're not holding back animals or buying new animals or not growing, I guarantee you're not going to get to this level. And then when you get halfway there, if you don't have amazing fucking teammates, you can't get as big as me if you don't have people helping you get to that spot. Because I couldn't be the size of I am without them. If they said, you know what, Billy, we're fucking done. We're out. You're on your own. Cool. Guess what? I'm going to have to scale back. I'll go to 100 clutches. I'll sell half my collection. Or I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try with some new people and you know what? And do that, But you get to choose that when it hits you in the face, But let this place, your passion, the love for your animals, and let this take you on your path. It's so easy, You don't have to say, if I buy a python, I have to be here in 3 years. No.
No, I mean, that's kind of like I've slowed down recently a lot because I kind of ran out of funds. I sold everything I could sell, and That's exactly what it is. And that's the good thing about this hobby is that like you can kind of choose how big you want to go and how big you want to be and where you want to take it. Like you said before, you kind of choose which way you want to go with things. If you enjoy shows, if you enjoy social media, you can do all that stuff. There's a wide like spectrum when it comes to this hobby, and I think everyone can find a niche in it if you like snake.
Yeah, no, definitely. So this year, I know you said 8 to 12 clutches. What's your most anticipated one out of the 8 to 12? What's the one that you really want to fucking be, sitting on eggs?
So, okay. I asked before about that, if that boy was ready, the 5-gene combo pied male. I would love to see him paired with that pastel clown pied. That has not happened, okay? But as of now, the only confirmed lock that I really, that snake that I lost, the leopard spot nose head clown boy, he paired with 3 of mine. I would love to see, but the banana head clown sitting on eggs from him. But recently, I had my banana pied male lock with the orange dream pastel fire leopard yellow boy or asphalt 100% het pied female. So I'd love to see her sitting on some eggs.
Yeah.
So I think I can make some really nice pied combos out of her. Some banana, OD, YB, pastels. Sky's the limit. So that's what I really want to see happen. But honestly, because I'm sentimental, I would love to see any of those 3 clown girls produce some sort of offspring from the snake that I lost.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's something where I almost feel like if you want something so bad, it's the snake that doesn't lock, or the female, it's like, oh, my God, you're 1,000 grams. I'm going to get you in the next couple months into the bigger rack and feed you more bigger rat, and you're going to grow and breed later in the year. And then as soon as you think and want that, it's just like, what do you mean you're not eating 3 weeks in a row? Like, it's almost like they know that you want it so bad, and they feel the energy, and they're like, you know what? Fuck you.
But what's the big deal? If you think about it, right? Let's say again, I would love for those clown girls to go. Let's say that het girl doesn't go. Is it that big of a deal? So in 8 months, I pair her again. It's really not that, who gives a shit? But we'll see. I mean, I have a lot of like normal shit going on. I have a coral gold black style trick Mojave male that's locked like a pastel girl, big old spider girl, stuff like that. I have like 4 or 5 clutches with just simple morphs, nothing crazy, no recessives in it. And then I have like 5 or 6 clutches that I anticipate that have like more higher end recessive stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anything's better than last year. I'll tell you that much.
Yep. No, for sure. And the thing is you're going to see, and you know what's great? Your story is something that it's there. The path that got me here is why I'm here and why I give back so much and why I want to help people and not go through my shit. You can say the same thing. Hey, you know what, dude? Don't give up. My first year I had 2 clutches. I fucked this up because of the incubator. I had hard belly. Oh my God. And then the next year I tried to do it again. I lost the snake. But then guess what? Next year, next year, you have more, you can sit there and say, hey, I know where you've been. No, you've got 500 snakes and, you got all these followers. It's like, dude, go look at my first couple, videos. You're going to see that. Look at the shit I did to get here. And people need to see that because they think that, oh, I want to get as big as Mutation Creation. Everything's perfect. Holy fuck. Like, it's we work harder. We have more problems. It's like we're not even, we're a great team, but there's still so much more that we're not still vibing in. There's still a lot more chemistry that has to, evolve with us to keep growing. And if that's bringing somebody else in or us working harder or, her getting pulled off to do other things and other,
just leaving,
Austin doesn't like the sound of that.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's something where, we can always get better. But if you think that Mutation Creation is the size because we just it's so easy and we got here because of luck and, or the money. Yeah. Look at what I've done in fucking 17 years of breeding, but 19 years I'm buying these animals to breed.
Yep.
19 years later, I'm here. And the shit that I had here, I can relate to people. Oh, I've done that. When you called, hey, dude, that happens. You breed them too much, they die. You don't do this, you don't do that, they don't eat.
Yes,
I've said that.
They do, Billy.
Yeah, and I can relate to that because it's happened. And that's the thing. If you have a story and you have a, you know, what's got you to where you are, in 3 or 4 years, you're going to be, you know, oh my God. And people, they're not going to believe, oh, you had a clutch that you lost? Oh my God, you had hard belly? How did that happen to you?
Oh, bro, you know what's funny is I prided myself on transparency. The only thing I've never shown is I videotaped myself trying to treat hard belly. And it was so bad, bro, that I have the footage still, and I still feel bad. I literally was trying to slowly move the hard belly out, and the snake ripped in half in my hands. And it was just like,
well, look at those fucking lug mugs of yours, buddy. Like you're 6'1", 300 pounds.
No.
What the fuck you doing with a hatchling? Jesus Christ.
It's not a Kit Kat.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, you know, if I was a little hatchling going, and fucking I saw your big ass mug come towards me and get those fucking mitts coming towards me, I'd just rip myself in half to put me out of the misery.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gentle. I can show you how gentle. I'll show you how gentle I am.
Just how
gentle.
So that's the only thing I haven't shown, but like that was the very premise of why I wanted to start this, was because it was like, you know what, like I want to show everything from the start to finish, where it's like there's a lot of people that I've noticed that they have smaller channels and they're just as new as I am, or maybe a year my senior, but they act and they put content out there where they're like fucking experts and they do this for 20 years, where it's really clear that you haven't been doing this that long and you're hiding a lot of shit.
but try telling them that.
I'll tell it to them.
Yeah, but then fuck, then they block you. It's like, thank God I don't have to watch this shit anymore.
Like, so like I put everything out there. Listen, this is because, you know what, at the end of the day, whether it's that male dying on me, or it's the fucking shitty incubator, or it's the hard belly, if I put that one video out there, like some dude that's just starting will be like, hey, listen, this dude did this and he approached it this way. It'll help somebody, and it will show that hopefully in 10 years from now, hopefully I'm still doing this, and hopefully people know this logo and shit like that. They can look back, like you said, like, oh look, Baker fucked up. He did X, Y, and Z, but look, he kept going and he's here now. And I just want to show that. I've never pretended to be anything I'm not. You know what I mean? I've always said exactly what I am, and I've always said exactly what I fucked up. And that's like something I kind of pride myself on.
Andrew from Redwood Reptiles LLC. Baker's like Lenny with the rabbits. That's awesome. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Wow. What? Oh man, but no, man. Let's see. I have another question here.
That was definitely footage I did not want to put out. There's some things you don't need to.
Correct. I totally agree.
Yeah.
You know, just like even me. I mean, we did the live unboxing, and I mean, it was hard, but you know what? I put it out there. I figured enough people saw it that we needed to, and I pulled it back. You know, just because, you know, we tried to say, hey, guess what? What happened to that snake? Where's that shipment that you were telling us? Oh, I didn't want to show it.
That video was. I felt for you guys in that fucking video.
But I showed it, and I mean, if I didn't, who knows if those snakes would still be alive? Because, you know, other people helped me, and I learned from that. But I put it out there because I figured, hey, you know, that's what we do. We don't hide anything. Here it is. This is what you got. Oh my God, that's how we reacted. And you know, thankfully people.
Well, they're all doing well, right?
Dude, you would never fucking known.
Yeah, that last the update video was like a week and a half ago now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's fucking unreal. Like, it's like, wow, they're thriving. Now we're actually getting, but I did everything slow. Like, oh, you know what? They can take a weaned. Let me put a pup in. You know, oh, they can take a small. Let me feed some weans and even some pups and double feed them pups. I just, you know, now they're like, fuck, we could just feed them whatever and they're gonna thrive.
Cool.
But it says here, I'm just trying to think. Oh yeah, Matisha Maldonado Maldonado, sorry. It says, hey, my name is Tish from Python Spawn. I went to pair a male with one of my females and she bit and wrapped him. I immediately opened her rack and detached her from him before it was too late. I've treated his wounds and his eye and kept a close eye on him, and now I'm afraid to pair back the male with her. She had was fed 3 days prior. Has anybody else experienced this before? How would you handle it? Have you ever seen I think I've had it maybe once, but not to the point where it wrapped it like it was food.
I had it before.
Have you?
I think it was last week actually.
Was it actually because you were feeding?
Yeah, my 2 boas. I opened them both up at the same time, and I went to feed one, and then the other one jumped over.
Right.
And bit that boa and wrapped
Because
it.
they were going for food.
But
I've had that, but not when you're. This is pairing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so she put a male in. So
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, but I've had that where you've actually seen it too, where we actually open. Well, I think you've even had it done. We open up 3 or 4, 5 of the hatchling tubs, and you go to try to feed 5 at a time, and the other ones jump out to try to get the rat, which is good, man. I'm not complaining. They're hungry. They want to eat. That's fucking a great sign. But yeah, we stopped doing that because you put one out and they start chewing, or they both lunge at the same rat. Yeah. No, but this was basically she was pairing the male to the female. And put the male in, and the female struck it and sort of, I'm like,
Must
wow.
have smelled like a rat.
Maybe, or
Might have been
yeah, I don't know. But it may have happened way back in the day. I can't recall. But I would say it has happened to me. Yeah. But what I would do is, 3 days before prior, so it wasn't like there was food in the air.
I think it might be the way that you put in the male. If the female's already in that striking position and you put in the male, it might just like go at anything.
Or she's building and she's in that fucking I need to eat mode.
The male is gonna be warm because he's gonna come from like a warm tub,
right?
And then if you're introducing it to something that's already in a striking position, it's gonna bite anything.
It's a very good question. I don't really have an answer to it, but what I would do is, depending on how bad the wounds are, I might not want to put that male in until it's healed. But I'm afraid to pair my backup male. I wouldn't really, if you do pair this backup male to this animal and she does that again, then there's something like she's either really need to be fed or she might be gravid and it's like, fuck off, don't come near me. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I mean, it's something.
I noticed I have a pairing. I'm really happy. Shelby, honey, my dog's pushing it. I have a pairing where I put them in and I'm pretty confident they bite each other. Because like the female is banana and she's pastel butter. And you look, she'll have like little red dots on her.
Wow.
After she's paired. And the male has little red dots on him too sometimes. I don't have any mite problems. I have nothing like that.
Yeah.
Now I've heard him rubbing up against her and hitting up against her. I have 4 confirmed locks with them.
Are either of them wearing leather?
Oh no.
I don't know, dude. I mean it's just I don't know what goes on.
It's crazy.
Are they proven breeders or?
They're both not proven breeders. One is without a doubt male, one was without a doubt female with 4 confirmed locks. But I'm pretty sure they're doing fucking battle.
Well, here's the thing. Just because you have 2 confirmed locks doesn't necessarily mean you don't have 2 males. Yeah. Because
I've heard that, yes.
2 years ago we did. And we actually had locks for taking pictures, posting them on Instagram. Yeah, we got the lock. And then about a month or so later, we put the male in again. And all you hear is bam, bam, like fucking fighting. We're like, what the hell? Where is this? Like, what the hell? We're looking around. We find it. And Austin pulls it out. And then he, pushes the female. And, I mean, the hemipenes were bigger than the males. But meanwhile, we've had 2 locks beforehand.
Yeah.
So we're like, what the hell? And, it just happens. You can actually have 2 males lock. Or maybe not actually the physical lock, but, looking like, I don't know what they're doing, but it's not going to get you babies.
Well, I mean, again, I'm no expert. I popped both of them. One was a male, one was a female. She's big. She's 2,200 grams. And she's only about 20 months old. So I don't know. I have no fucking idea. That's all I can say.
Be that the
if I get eggs out of her, I know it's a girl. I don't know what to tell you.
What's that?
Could it be that the male's like dragging his hemipenes and getting blood everywhere, and then he's rubbing it against each other, kind of thing? Because I've had a male do that where he drags his hemipenes.
Yeah, they do that, especially when I had it on paper. Mm-hmm. So what Catherine's saying is when I used to have all my animals on paper, you put the male in, he will actually sort of drag, and even the female, you actually looking up, and I've had people going, oh my God, what's happening? My snake's injured something, what's going on? And you see all these little red lines all over the paper because of the fact that they're basically scenting or they're doing what they need to do.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that pairing will probably happen in like 6 weeks. I'll take a picture of you guys. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I mean, what the fuck knows? See what happens.
Now, here's things here. The last question we have here that's actually on here is Black Candy Royals. I've seen a discussion around the 1,000-gram barrier mark for Royals, primarily females fasting around this weight. With a theory that it's preparing them for the next season to breed. What are your thoughts on this theory and your own experience with females around this size? You've had some animals hit that 1,000-gram, 900,000-gram mark and just say, fuck it, I'm not eating?
Yeah, so I actually did a video on this recently because I'm at that stage of my ball python career with a lot of the animals I bought are hitting that 1,000 grams right now. And I've all the research I've done, it kind of says that it's a multitude of things. Like, by research, I mean legit just reading things online. It kind of says that like they're reaching that maturity where they're kind of breeding and they're kind of getting up to the size. And they're going through the changes, if you will. So like, in other words, they power feed through up to 1,000 grams, and then they essentially like start going through that sexual maturity, or they're very young sexually and they could be mature. So they kind of slow down because their body is changing. So with that being said, I've had that happen on a lot of girls, and the only thing I've done is just have patience.
Yep.
And they've all kind of pushed through there.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes you know, there's little things that we're doing. I mean, we're having great success with the oh my God, the Da Vinci supplement. Now that being said, is it the cure for making animals eat? No. Is it healthy? Is it natural? Is it something that I've tried and been using for 3 months and getting 70% great results? Yes. Some people have used it. Yeah, so some people have used it. Some people said, I don't get really good results, but that's cool. I mean, not everything's going to work for everybody, but it's to the point where I love it enough that I'm using it. So we're doing it now when a female lays. We're actually going to give it this Da Vinci. It's a natural supplement, vitamin C and calcium and stuff, all the other stuff that's involved. We're going to start doing it, and it's going to be a practice here because we've actually, used it for 3-4 months and seen great results. So for us, it works, or it's working. So we're utilizing it still, and it's something that we're going to keep, doing for what works for us. And if other people have different results, oh, well, it doesn't work for me, but I got to keep doing it because Mutation Creation does. If you have that mindset, then you're not doing this right. Mm-hmm. We got it. Somebody else, Jeremy Bod from Bod's Exotics Reptiles, he saw it. He put a post up. I saw it, and I'm like, wow. I reached out to him, and he's like, yeah, well, I did it to a couple, couple females. One ate, or one of the males ate, or whatever. It was like it could be a coincidence, or it's a miracle, or it's because of this stuff. Who knows? I'm like, you know what? I'll try it out. It seems great. Reached out, got it.
Yeah.
Glad I did. Glad I tried it. And all these other people, these people think whatever. I mean, you know what? It's not hurting the animal. It actually costs me money, so I'm spending money and time doing it, and I see a benefit. So I'm going to continue to do it.
Sponsored by the...
No, I don't make anything from it, and I'm sending people there because all I do is I give my experiences. This is what I've done. This is what I do. This is what I have done and it didn't work, and you guys roll with what you guys do. I'm not saying, hey, if you do this or if you don't use this, then you're bad, or you're silly if not using it, or it's going to work every single time. No, there's no answer. But you know what? I've got it. I used it. I like it. Guess what? I don't give a fuck if everyone else on the planet uses it and it doesn't work for them. I'm using it. It's what I want to do. And you guys got to do what you want to do and don't listen to other people. Try it out. If it works, great. Is it harming the animal by doing it? No. It's a win-win for me. So I like it. But it's crazy.
What is it exactly?
Okay, so if you go to Da Vinci Boa, okay, I think I usually have it in the description below, but you can always reach out to me. But what they do is they have a supplement that they use for their boas. When they lay their litters and stuff, they give it to their snakes to help, before and after, they give birth. And some people have used it, and it helps, them eating and just gives them extra, vitamins and stuff and calcium. And I said, hey, why not try it? So I got it, and I basically, just open up the mouth. You could, if you use frozen thawed, you can inject the mouth the mouse or the rat. You just basically, when I say inject, you don't use a syringe. You just basically, we use a pipette, and we just basically fill it up. You can put it in the rat and feed frozen thawed. But the way I look at it is, if it's not eating, the whole point for me buying it was to feed, to get it back on eating. So if you're going to fill this rat that it doesn't want to eat with this stuff, if it doesn't eat, it's not getting it. So we just said, hey, we're just going to take it, we dose it, we give it a shot, and we do that every week or two or so, and we've had great success. And we're doing it a little less than what it says to do. So we're actually dosing it more with less. And I've had great results, and I know some other people have, and it's great. It works for me. It might not work for you, but if it doesn't work for you or everyone else, I'm still going to use it because that's my choice. And you guys can make a choice of what you want to do, what works for you, what doesn't. There's no one way to do this shit. But hey, you know what? I've tried it. It's worked well. I've seen other people use it and it's worked well. Is it is it fluke? I don't know. Is it the best thing since sliced bread? Probably not. But you know what? It doesn't hurt. It's great. I love it. I'm using it. And I put that out there. Whether it works for you or you like it, you know what? It does work, but it's so much money and it takes so long and I just don't have the time for it. Then don't do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not like, oh my God, I got to do this because that's what everybody is doing. I mean, if you follow that type of mentality, you're not going to do well here because you got to be creative. You got to go on your own path. You got to do what you like, what works for you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
I had a girl, normal potty girl. I got her at like 300 grams. She bulldozed to like 800, 900, then just stopped. I tried everything I could do to get her to eat again, and eventually she just kicked back on, and she's put on like 600 grams in the last like 4 months. Patience was my key for me.
Cool. So we're almost, we're 3.5 hours in? Pretty good, man. See how you can just talk about this shit all day long? You lose track of time? It's pretty cool. But no. And another thing, too, I'm going to give a quick plug, a huge plug, and you should look at it, too. I should have put that in the description below. I probably can. I probably will. Husbandry.pro. It's a software now that you can do all your recordings of stuff. It's, to me, I think it's a game changer. I love it. I'm just starting to get into it now. But I have other people that I mentioned on Patreon that they've been using it, and they get great feedback. So I'm going to give a huge plug. Husbandry.pro. Software.
Husbandry.pro.
Husbandry.pro. It's an app.
Check it out.
Yeah, it's like, it's an app now you can use from your phone. You can use on a computer. You don't have to download it. It's pretty awesome. And everything's interchangeable. It's, it's pretty awesome. That's all I'm going to say. You got to check it out. Go check it out. I think it's 30-day free trial. It's definitely something I'm supporting, and I think it's amazing. And you got to check it out and try it out. And that's the thing. If you use it and don't like it or see the capabilities, don't use it. It's that simple. But I'll tell you one thing. I'll be using it. Yeah. And just
using it.
Yeah, I am using it. But I mean, it's something where when you see what it's capable of now and how it's going to save me time and money and things within seconds, and what it logs and the information that's on there and how it's already, linked to Spider Robotics and it's already linked to Morph Market. So, it's just phenomenal and it's just going to get better. And, it's not what you see is what you get. It's going to be constantly changing and adding stuff. And
it's for all kinds of reptiles, too.
Not just ball pythons. It's for all types of reptiles. It's all different types of snakes.
Different animals, too.
Animals, yeah. And you can add, and it's all customizable. And, right. God, it sounds like a fucking...
Is it livestock, too?
You can do whatever you want, yeah. And we're going to keep changing stuff and making it better, right? Yeah. But it sounds like a commercial, infomercial. Dun, 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 dun.
Make one.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool, man. You got to check it out.
Do it like Cashman.
What do you use to record your stuff?
What?
Your animals, your feedings, your costs, your breeding, your stuff. Yep, I've been there.
I developed these cards, my feedings.
Yep.
I'll take it out of the snake that's no longer with us. I made these, motherfucker. Stand by. I made these just to like label the front of my tubs. It says exactly what's in there.
Yep.
Then on the back, I just kind of keep track of the feedings and the sheds, and then locks if they're on here. That's really it. I don't use any electronics. I just use my use notebooks.
Yep.
Nice.
So now here's the thing. So you got to actually take a pen and write down when it fed, when it ate, blah blah blah. Imagine imagine you have that rack in front of you. Okay, and you have a virtual, which this has, so on your computer, on your phone, it has a virtual rack. So you can say, hey, my rack is 2 levels wide, 5 high. And you type that in, and then now you have a virtual rack on your screen that gives you 2 tubs wide, 5 high. I have some that are 11, 12, 13 stacks high. I just go 5 times 13 high, bam, now I get a virtual rack. Now I can take my mouse and touch that tub, and I can assign an animal to that tub. So everything's right in front of me.
That seems a lot easier.
Now it's even crazier. Now if I feed all that rack, right? I feed that rack.
Is it on the phone or is it just on the computer?
Phone and computer and your Apple and your laptop and your iPad and anything. So now it's cool. And you can have it on multiple. You can have it on your phone and your computer at the same time. Different users can use it. It's pretty cool.
That's the husbandry app you were just talking about?
It is.
Yep.
Now
Is
imagine
it an actual app? Is it an actual app on the phone, or I have to use the web browser?
No, it's an app on the phone.
And web browser.
Web browser for your computer.
Yeah,
But
you could do both.
but I think the app is better for your app is better for the phone. Yeah, you download the app. So what's really cool.
Give me a virtual 5540. I can label each.
Well,
tub
put it
that's
this
in
way. You know what? You don't even have to type in the 10 high by 4 wide because there's already preloaded racks. So if you have an ARS 5040, you just click it and it builds the rack already. But because I added, 3 levels higher, so, if you don't want to type in 13 levels high, 4 wide, you can just go ARS 5040 and it's boom, it's right there. But because it's there and I have customizable ones, I can name the rack. Now it's in front of me. Now I go and I feed everything in the rack. 5 animals don't eat. I just go bulk feed, and then I just click, or I use my phone or the scanner to hit the QR code on the front of the tub. And guess what? Anything that I scan or click, those rats go off of the list of what ate. So now you go feed all, and you click 5 tubs. It tells you, and then you hit submit. Now you can print what animals ate. It'll give you the list of every animal that ate, and what animals didn't eat. It'll tell you those 5 that you clicked. In 4 seconds.
And the same goes with breeding.
With breeding,
the male going in.
It's crazy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's great. You gotta look around. It's free, 30 days. Check it out. You can print everything off.
How much is it after 30 days?
Depends on your thing. There's a free for people that are just in their 5 animals or less. There's I believe a $5, a $12. This is Canadian. 5 Canadian, 12 Canadian, 24 Canadian, 49 Canadian, which is unlimited. It's pretty cool.
A month or per year?
A month.
That's not bad. If you have a collection like you, that's 49 Canadian.
Dude, for $600 a year, the stuff that this is going to save me that we actually spend hours on fucking
what about
putting...
the morph market, how it links over?
Yeah, it links to morph market. So if you have everything on there and you want to sell 10 animals in your collection, you just go... and they're for sale. You just go click, 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 send to Morph Market, and it's already posted to Morph Market.
Well, let me type it anymore. Can you type it again?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And you know when you sell an animal, now it is an infomercial.
What's it called?
Oh yeah. Are you sure you're not sponsored by these people?
Sponsored, actually. I'm.
He's the owner.
No, I'm not the owner.
He started the app.
No, I am involved. Yes, so. It is something that I love. Anything that I can see that make everything better down the road, make things easier. Something I wish I've had. My collection's all, what is it? Notes, spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Not easy. Now, because I've used all these other apps and I didn't like them.
You can do pairings too?
Oh, breeding plans, breeding loans.
This is my pair. This is how I keep track of my pairings now. I have the male, the female.
We do the same thing, but we actually do it on the computer, so it looks legitimate.
That's all it is. It's legit like the male, the female, date in, date out. If I saw a lot.
Yeah, so all that could be on the app.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But you know what's really cool? You sell an animal, so you load up all your pictures and everything of the snake if you want. Just it's all there. So now if you sell the animal, now you can just go and email a copy of it, and you can design how you want to send the info. You know, do you want to give them the breeding records? Do you want to give them the mom, the sire, the date of birth? You want to give it the feeding record? You just go on there, chose it all. You make a template, save it, and you can make multiple templates. And then you just hit the button send, and now you mail all that information to your customer.
This is my feeding charts right now.
Okay.
Oh, dude. But you know what's really cool? You can put in the price of your rodents and the size. And what's great, if you have animals, like we do snakes, so we don't do any brumation because, you know, my snakes, my ball pythons don't brumate. So if I'm not brumating them, I can just hit a thing on the tab, and then brumation goes away. My menu, I can change. I can change the color. I can change, like, everything's customizable. There isn't anything that you can't change.
What is it called? Husbandry.com?
.pro.
.pro?
Yep.
Right.
Check it out.
No, honestly, I've been looking for something like that just because, like, it gets. Listen, when I had 7 snakes,
call Andrew. Talk to Andrew about it from Redwood.
Yeah. No, I will, because he just said it. He goes, $9 is what you need, baby.
Yeah. And when you see what it can do and what we can do, and we're constantly making changes, right? So it's definitely something that's not going to see what you have now isn't going to be it. In a year from now, it's going to be totally different. Every month we're making changes. Every day we're making changes. We're making things better and adding stuff, and it's crazy.
It's one of those things, talking about progression in the hobby. It's like when I had 7 animals, it was very easy to keep track of feedings, right? Like, you know exactly what animal ate, which one doesn't. Even now, 50 animals, like, it gets a little convoluted sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yep. Imagine having everything in one thing. Everything you need to do is from your app. Like I said, you need to post to Morph Market. You just click the animals and hit send to Morph Market. Done.
So I'm gonna check this app out. Like, I'm probably gonna end up playing with this deal. You're gonna keep me up all night now, fucking updating this thing.
Oh, dude, you know, I've been doing it for about a week. Kat hasn't yet because she's been doing other stuff, but we're gonna get her putting stuff on.
I've been kind of looking at it when you guys do it.
Yeah, and then Callie.
You put pictures of the animal?
Of course you can.
Yep, pictures.
You can print off your own QR codes right from there. I mean, it has all the labels built right in. Avery. You just pick your size.
It's a virtual catalog of your collection.
Yep.
100%.
And
Pairing speed. Yeah, that's a fucking home run.
Yeah, it's crazy what you can do.
And it does multiple animals too. So
Yep.
if you were to want to breed, I don't know, tarantulas, it would do the same thing.
Yeah, you can do this for. Yeah, I don't. So when you were on there, you can go in and select tarantulas, scorpions, bearded dragons. You know, when I pick snakes, then you go into when you hit snakes, it brings up everything to do with snakes. And then you pick the snakes that you work with. I don't work with sand boa, so I don't need to see anything about sand boas. I don't need the brumate, my animals, so I take that section off. The menu, if you're not breeding, you know, you're never going to breed, then you take the breeding section off. Why have a section for breeding if you're never breeding? Everything's customizable.
This guy's a big fan of you right here.
Who's that?
Opie Radio.
Oh, Opie Radio. Yeah, that's my gay guy. Yeah. See?
What's wrong with that guy?
I don't know. He's always on there like he's, you know, promoting that he's gay, which is cool. I don't mind, you know. I mean, if you want to do that, that's cool. But you don't have to keep doing.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
hilarious
10:45 at night, and that's what the fuck you're doing. Like, you're a fucking loser, bro. Like, you're not proving a point. Like, you're just like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, you know what? And with a name like Opie Radio, I mean, like, God, you know, he's got to get his kick somewhere. But
Hey, listen, good for him, man. Whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, it's something where, hey, man, you know what? The fact that it's customizable for you and that changes can be made and are being made on a daily, pretty much basis, and it's next level.
No, if it's what you're saying, this dude. Like, I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow at work, but I'm gonna legit like. it just seems like I go to bed at 1-2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a night owl, but like, yeah, it just seems like the home run. It's cause I got notebooks fucking everywhere, bro. I got a breeding notebook. I have like 5 different notebooks up here. I got this notebook fucking sitting right here. Like, it's just, it'll make my life a lot easier.
When you actually go and you go enter your animals, okay, when you enter it. So if it's not for sale, you just have a little tab, right? if it's for sale and you click for sale, a whole bunch of other menus pop up like price, you know, everything else. So
in the App Store, Billy?
No, you got to go to from your computer. Okay.
No, on the phone.
On the phone, it's I think you gotta if you go to your browser and go to husbandry.pro.
It's in the App Store.
Back.
It's in the App Store, yeah, but you can also get to that app from.
Holy cow!
What's that?
Going hard.
This guy's really like expressing himself.
Oh, YouTube Associate. Oh, there we go. I don't know. I mean,
I think he's done with OP Radio.
yeah.
But
that's cool.
The
I mean, you know
funny
what?
part is that they use like emails that you could literally find their Facebook.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're
So-
idiots. That's how intelligent they are.
So find his Facebook and blow him up.
Yeah.
But why give him the time? I'm too busy, you know,
Why-
enjoying
why-
my
I'll-
hobby,
I'll
making money,
I'll
and
message his
you know,
family.
helping people. You know,
No,
that-
I look at it like this, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, don't stoop to their level." Don't, fuck that. You want to be a savage? I'm gonna treat you like a savage now.
No.
I'm gonna destroy your life and blow you up.
no, you know what the thing is? It's a guy like that, you know, and I mean, quote me. I mean, you know what? I'm doing this right on, you know, the air. If
This is it, right, guys?
Blow me
That's
up.
it. Yeah, that's
Cool.
it. But if I have a guy like that and I know and I see him at a show, I'll walk over and knock his fucking chiclets out and knock him out, and then I'll go do a charge.
I'll film
Fuck.
it. Don't worry,
You know
I'll
what I mean?
film it.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. Like I mean, all these guys, like you know what I mean? Like, you know, I can afford to travel and come to your house and sit outside
no,
and find you. I can. I'm not saying I will, but I can afford. You know why? Because I can. That's it.
Watch out, he's a cop.
Yeah,
You need to watch
No,
out.
I know. I understand. I mean, but the thing is like, hey, you know what? It wouldn't be the first person I punched in the fucking mouth because they're a piece of shit. You know what I
You
mean?
need a lot of money to
It's
do that.
snakes, not lizards.
He's talking about Elias.
Oh. But he was
The-
answering him
Oh.
before.
The thing is that he wouldn't even say that to my face. Like I'm way bigger than most people in this hobby. So
Yeah.
it's like, be careful.
But
bro.
I mean, I love people like this because it's just so funny. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff and the energy that they put in there, they're just jealous because everybody else that puts their effort into
Yeah.
to loving what we do and learning, and they see us get to these places where they can never be because they're idiots.
This guy's a fucking retard, bro. Just like this is what you're doing at 10:45. Go get laid, man. Go do something. Like
That's
this is what
crazy.
you're doing. Like you're not cool. It's
YouTube associate, like really,
like if he really had balls, he would actually show his face.
oh yeah, but he
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah,
have.
listen,
I
You
think
know?
he's gay
if
for you.
he dropped in and he had like his actual YouTube and Instagram,
Yeah.
like, yo, Billy, like you're a bitch. What's up? I'm like, all right, bro, respect. We'll figure it out, but respect, yeah. But if you're gonna be like
You're the one
YouTube
talking.
associate, like you're.
So
a
you're
fucking
lizard boy. Lizard boy. Ah. Oh, shut up. Ooh. Oh yeah, you're cool. You're right.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Good
He's
for you,
asking
dude.
people to let's go gay. No thanks. I'm straight. You can find someone else to go gay with. I'm not
I'll
sure.
rock your
YouTube
world,
associate. Look, what? You know what I mean? Well, hey, it's just. Shut
Does
up.
this happen on like a regular basis? I've never seen this before.
He's
in
come
this-
Oh
a
yeah.
few times.
Sometimes he comes on. You know.
Yeah.
It depends if his mummy lets him out. You know.
Your radio has more stuff. Probably. I only have like 3,800.
OP Radio has, yeah, cool. You know what? That's awesome. OP Radio, guys, check him out. Check out how much of a loser he is. Yay.
Imagine this dude's like 6'10", like 300 pounds of muscle, and he just shows up to the next show.
Oh, I love big guys. You know what? It's the big guys that I
those
can.
are-
I'm not afraid of the big motherfuckers because you guys take fucking. You guys telegraph your throws, and you got to throw your. I'll give you a
What are
couple
you
kicks.
guys? Don't lump me in with fucking opium.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I like fighting the big guys because you know what? I'll give you a couple, shin
Yeah,
kicks
everyone
right to the
says
shin
that.
and watch you
Everyone
bend
says-
down, and then I'll give you a knee to the head, or an
Everyone
elbow
says
to the
that,
jaw.
and
Like,
and then it's I
His
got beat up
videos
in
are
the
funny.
gym.
I'm not gonna lie.
who's that?
It's the guy who's commenting. He has like a channel. So
How many subscribers he has?
It'll be fun to watch him. No, he has a few.
Oh,
What's
cool.
a few? Is it
No.
more than me?
It's up there, yeah.
He's like 130,000.
Motherfucker.
Oh, he has 130,000. Yeah, he's got more than me.
Probably bought all of them.
Awesome. Cool.
But the thing is, like, he gets
You
like
know- you know
600
what?
views on his channel.
And
So
he
it's
gets
like,
no views. Like,
He
look,
bought them.
672 views, 464 views. Oh man.
And he has 100 and somewhat.
520
Yeah.
views, bro. Those are all bought, man.
Yeah, so
You're
he's
not
bought.
fooling anyone.
So yeah,
bro.
you're not fooling anybody. But the
YouTube
funny thing
associate.
is you know what the problem is? I may have 50,000 subscribers. this guy here might have 3,800. But you know what we're doing with that? We're helping people. We're sharing information. We're documenting what we love to do. We're not on here trolling people, making people, you're pathetic. And I do feel sorry for you because you could have 2 million fucking followers. Because if you're going to do this kind of shit with 2 million followers wow, you're giving 2 million people the wrong fucking idea of what social media is and what people like us are doing. I don't waste my time here because, I do this. We don't even really make money off of this. Like we get 2,000 views in a week? Mm-hmm. What's that, 50 cents? What's that, 50 cents on YouTube? Like 2,000 views?
It depends. It really depends.
Maybe $1?
Yeah. No, it depends.
So if I get 2,000 views on here,
it all depends on your channel, really.
Oh, okay. So
I
don't know.
He's probably getting like pennies like on his channel.
Okay, but I mean,
I have great returns.
You can see what he makes actually. I could just search.
No, I do well too. But on this 2,000, people aren't gonna watch this like every single day. Like it's like my morph or So I get 2,000-3,000 people watching this in a month. And then that's usually it. But the people that are watching, we're learning. They're here. We're promoting this. We're doing this. I'm not spending my time doing this because I'm making tons of money. I'm doing this because I love doing it. It's fun. We get guests. We learn. It promotes our hobby. It's awesome. This guy's got 100,000 fucking subscribers. And
he doesn't even make a lot of money.
Huh?
YouTube is so cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, you could be doing so much more for people.
I have an address for you, 2820 Snyder Avenue. Whenever you want to come there, I'm there Monday through Friday.
I think he's from New York.
Balls to come to that neighborhood.
Oh, he's from New York too.
He has a New York sunrise on his channel.
What the fuck's New York sunrise?
Well, no, like the sunrise in New York. Like he's like,
New York City? Oh,
Yeah.
then
Or I
if he's
guess
from
the
New York
skyline.
City, there is zero chance he comes to my precinct. Fuck zero. That kid will get bent over a chair by 12.
It's hilarious. I mean, that's the thing. You know what? I don't give a shit. I have almost 50,000 subscribers to YouTube. Amazing. But you know what it is? I would rather have 50,000 subscribers that learn and love us and support us, and we support you guys, and you're learning and doing better in this hobby that we love to do, than having 1 million people and they don't even care about what we do. I'd rather be small and impactful. So this guy here is a loser.
So listen, fuck this guy.
he looks like.
So
one.
are you an LLC? Are you an S corp? What are you? Is it the same in Canada?
I'm a corporation.
Okay. So if you don't mind talking about business real quick. I have been going back and forth with LLC and S corp. I've ultimately decided to do S corp. Joe from Empire State Exotics is good with this shit, and he's the one that got me to do it. It seems like the best way to go when it comes to snakes. Do you agree?
Depends on what you're doing, what you're writing off, where you're going. I mean, different things for different places. So you're going to have to ask your accountant what you can write off. There's differences in being a corporation compared to a sole proprietorship or an LLC numbered company. So you got to see what's beneficial for you, for tax-wise, what you can claim, what you can write off, tax brackets, et cetera, et cetera. So... Okay. That's, every state and every country and province will be different compared to, what it's out there for you. But, there's no sense if you're not producing anything, or your sales aren't over $10,000 a year, there's no sense you opening up a corporation yet. Unless you can write stuff off, you have a big collection, you've spent a lot of money. It all depends, right? That's why, an accountant would be the best bet to talk to see where you're at, where you're going, and how you can benefit by getting to that bracket, or corporation or LLC, sole proprietor. Some people can use this as a sole proprietor and just it's fine.
My biggest issue with the sole proprietor is in all honesty, dude. Let's say something goes awry and works for me, and I get sued, and for whatever reason my job doesn't identify me, doesn't cover me, and they sue me as an individual. They can go after that business.
Correct.
So that's why I think
benefits, but there's also there's pros and cons to everything, and that's why going to a professional that is to this, an accountant, and I've got a few people in mind to bring an accountant on for one of our MC Academy things that we do. It's a podcast so that we bring people on just for certain things. An accountant will be one, but I'll be working with them prior to let us know, and they can say, hey, you know what, at this level I would do this. You know, they got to understand our business a little bit better in order to give us advice. You know,
Gotcha. That makes sense, sure.
Yeah, but if you go in and talk to an accountant and say, this is what I do, you'd read what? Yeah, this is what I've done, and blah, blah, blah. So you're a sole proprietor of gay.
And then he corrected him.
Wow, look at this. You can't even spell properly.
Yeah, that was the English major in me. I couldn't help myself.
Wow, no, but I mean, it's like, dude.
You're gonna
like,
talk shit, at least be like literate, right? There's always that option.
yeah.
He might be from that Opie and Anthony show. If that's the case. Like I used to troll them like 10 years ago when I used to listen to the Jason Ellis show. If that's what that is, that's like a circle. Made it back around to me. But fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like, you know, people waste their time. It's funny, you know, and that's the thing. It's like the amount of effort people put into stupid shit that absolutely benefits them in no way. How is this benefiting them in any way?
Well,
you know what it does? It just basically shows how pathetic people are, you know, where people here to learn, to hang out, to support, to you know, give shout outs, to learn, to you know, and here's some guy with nothing to do. And you know why he has nothing to do? Because he's got nothing to show for, nothing to go towards, nothing to learn, nothing to you know, he doesn't get any of the enjoyment we have out of our animals. It's pathetic. I mean, I feel sorry for the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's sad, but you know.
Hey, listen.
His name's Greg
Whatever.
Hughes.
He's making people going off on him in the chat.
Greg Hughes?
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg Hughes. Wow.
What's up, Greg?
No wonder he changed his name to Opie fucker or whatever. You know,
Name
if
is
I had a
Greg
name like
Hughes?
Greg Hughes, yeah. I would if my name was Greg Hughes, I'd change it to Opie fuck whatever. What Opie what?
I don't know.
Opie
Wait,
Dick?
who
Opie
found
Hooper?
him? Austin, you found him?
Yeah, you just search up Opie Radio on Google.
But how do you know that's him? He could be like
Oh no, it is. It's the same visual.
The funny part is that like he's watching us. So it's like,
What a loser.
yeah.
you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like
he's making us money
Yeah.
from his
so at the end of the day, like fuck him. Like he's literally watching us, so it's all good.
Thanks for your support, Opie.
He's like a male Karen.
And then like
He's a what?
He's like a Karen.
Oh wow,
He's like-
a male
Well,
Karen.
he does podcasts. It seems like so he's probably looking around other podcasts, being like your podcast isn't good.
That's who's talking shit right now.
Yeah, it's the guy on the guy crossing his arms.
Bro, I've fucked women bigger than you.
You guys are stealing content.
Oh, sorry, we're stealing your content.
Oh
You
yeah,
could sue
What
us.
what content?
it's got to be great
they're not-
content
he's
to get
not-
his 643 views.
Okay, if we're stealing it, you can actually do a copyright claim, and
Well, that's why he's got Mr. YouTube Associate now.
oh yes,
Stealing content. Oh my god. Oh,
Hey, all right, this guy's starting to hijack the show now. Fuck him.
I feel sorry for this guy.
yeah, you know what?
He should have a good night. We should let him go. to
He's
sleep.
probably having one of those like manic episodes where he
Hey,
thinks
Midlife
he's God or
crisis.
something.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? I mean, you got us at the end of the show, you moron. Like we were gonna leave anyways, but now you know.
You started. You should have started 4 hours ago.
Oh my god.
Whatever. How many clutches a year do you sign in employment? Wait, count.
It depends. It's like here, if you're gonna produce stuff and hold everything back for 4 years or 3 years to get your bigger base, and you're not bringing in a return, you know, if you're not, I mean, if you're not bringing in a certain amount of money, that's the thing. It depends on your state, you have to go into and speak to an accountant. Like I said, there's different ways to, you know, open up a business. There's certain things that you can do. But I mean, if you're producing and holding everything back, then, you know, and you're not selling the majority of the stuff, you know, there's no sense opening up a business if you're bringing in $2,000 a year, you know?
Well, let's be honest too. I mean, again, I haven't sold a lot of animals. Obviously, if you're a lot of cash. Well, you know, mama don't know, don't hurt her type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You like,
correct.
You're taking a boatload of fucking money over there. But like smaller guys like me, if it's a couple $1,000, $10,000-$20,000, and 90% of that's in cash, all right.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you got to actually sit there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, myself, for me to write stuff off, I mean, I'm spending $3,000 a week on food. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm spending $120,000, $130,000+ a year on food. I want to write that off. You know what I mean? Like when you're at that level,
you can write off like your cell phone, right? You can write electricity, all that shit.
Yeah, for that or portions of it, depending. You know what I mean? You know, you have three. I have 3 vehicles. I had 4. I had 3 now. One is for work. One's personal. One's leisure. You know, so you can write certain things off. If you have one vehicle only, they're going to write 20% off, 30% off for business, and the rest is leisure. You know, you got to look into all these things. What's good? What's that? You know, the next car that I get or whatever toy I'm getting, I'm going to have it wrapped with, sick wrap, mutation creation, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be advertising and a write-off. I don't know how much I can write off, but,
So YouTube, right? You're making money off YouTube right now. Whether it's a penny, whether it's 1,000, whatever it is, right?
Yep.
So you're doing YouTube in your house. You write off your mortgage or your taxes at all?
No, but I mean, technically I could write, this is a room here. Technically I could write a certain amount off, but I mean...
You pay yourself rent type of thing?
Yeah, but I mean, why? It's like, an extra $400 a month here and there and write it off again. It's, let your accountant say what to do and what not to do.
Yeah,
and, So, but, no, man, 4 hours deep, man. This is pretty good. Mm-hmm. It was actually good, man. It was pretty fun besides the troll.
No, the troll was the best part.
Yeah, man. But no, man, I'm glad to have you on, and I'm glad that what you're doing and how you're documenting it and how you're using just a regular phone and what you're doing and you're transparent and you just you're doing what so many people are watching, or some people that will watch, or other people that don't even watch us. They're doing what you're doing, just not as good, or they can relate to you and it's good that, you can put that many videos out with a fucking cell phone, which everybody has. And everybody wants to find an excuse, or that they're,
you just got to do it.
You got to do it. And it's not for everybody. And don't think that you have to have a YouTube channel in order to be successful in this industry. And,
bare minimum. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you. When I was doing 4 videos a week, okay, I was making like $240 a month, which is, it's like, that's a phone bill. That's, it's car insurance. When I cut it down to 3 videos a week, it's like, $190 a month, which still isn't that bad. But here's the thing. If you're planning on breeding snakes and having a business, it's free marketing.
Yep.
People kind of know my face just from the bullshit YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? So bare minimum, at least you're getting your brand out there and your animals out there.
AM Fractals or AM Fractals. When will you guys ship to the U.S. again? We're going to know probably beginning of March, but we're looking at end of March, beginning of April, when, that's basically the timeline. Weather will be good. So we'll know probably the first week or 2. But what a lot of people have done is they bought animals, put a deposit down, making payments until we can ship. So right now we're doing like 60-day, payment plan stuff. So it's pretty cool.
I wanted that one boy from you. You fucking sold him.
Yeah, man. I sold a lot, with the Patreon and the Patreon discount. So, but yeah, it's pretty good. But no, I appreciate having you on. And keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, it's working. You can see, just in such a short time where you are now from where you were. And, I think moving into the new place and having a separate building and, one thing is take your time. Don't rush into getting it. Like, do the walls. I mean, Elion did the same thing. He turned his garage into a nice space. Mm-hmm. And it looks fucking perfect. Yeah. You put the money into the right spot. You'll be comfortable. You'll love it. You're happy. And that there's no price on doing something right and loving it. Because like you said, your man cave, you're going to be in there more than in your actual house. And it's just like, wow. So do it right and enjoy it. And it's another adventure. And then when you do that, it's just like, wow, look what I have now. And you need those stepping stones. You need to see, I find if you're in the same place with the same stuff years later, what are you doing? Especially if you're trying to do the business end. If you're just the collector and want to have this as a hobby, there's no issue being flatline, staying where you are.
Well, there should always be progression, right? There should always be something you're working
depending on your goal, right? Yeah. Depending on your goal, man. Like I wouldn't be less successful if I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to turn half the facility into something else, and I'm going to downgrade half my animals. Instead of having 2,000, I'm going to run 1,000, and I'm going to have 150 breeder females instead of 500 or 477. Mm-hmm. What I'm still going to do with what I'm doing is going to be a higher level, just less work but stronger. Like Ozzy, Ozzy's probably the best at that, and that's why I'm having him on MC Patreon for the Academy. He is the best of doing a bunch of different things. He's not afraid to talk about the money aspect. He's got a very good mindset about it, and I hit it off with Ozzy right away. Ozzy's been really cool to me, really showed me some love. Ozzy's like, what the funny thing is Ozzy, Justin, all these people, you feel, oh my God, I can't go talk to them. Oh, they're so humble. People come up to Ozzy and it's like, oh my God, that's Ozzy. I think I can meet him?
Ozzy's from Brooklyn. He's from where I work.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, Ozzy's a G, bro. Ozzy's no joke. So we kind of hit it off because of that,
That's sick. But yeah, Ozzy's great, and he knows having a smaller, more powerful collection, he's doing and loves it so much better.
But he also has a name to back him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, like if you.
But his name, you know what I mean? Like, here's the thing: he built that name. He just didn't spend money and say, hey, this is how I'm doing it. And everybody knows him. It's taken him time. Everything's gonna take time. But what you guys have an advantage of is social media, networking. Everything's here. The learning, everything. You can get there faster than what we ever did,
Right.
So, you don't have to go through all that shit we had to. Now you just got to go through fucking stupid trolls like this guy. That
guy's great. That guy's going to go jerk off in the corner now by himself.
Probably.
Well, I hope the dog's not home. Anyways. Everyone have a great night. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Yeah, till next week. Next week we got Shane Kelly.
Nice.
Shane Kelly from Small Town Exotics. But pleasure having you on here, man. It was a little rocky at the start, but I'm glad we did the reboot. Yep. And yeah, enjoy. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll touch base down the road. Everybody have a safe night. Have a great week, and talk to you soon. We out.
Night.
See you.
Good night, guys.
Bye, guys.
EAD, OP Radio.
My channel. EAD, OP. My channel. My content. My channel. My content. My channel. My content.